Minnesota Vikings running back Aaron Jones with his bad hamstring was placed on injured reserve, so he'll miss at least 4 games. Running back Jordan Mason, ex of San Francisco, is now expected to start, and running back Cam Akers is due to be re-signed. Minnesota signed quarterback Desmond Ridder with J.J. McCarthy out 2 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. The Bengals placed quarterback Joe Burrow on IR. He'll have toe surgery, could miss at least 3 months. His turf toe injury is a severe grade 3, a ligament tear. Jake Browning will now start. Brett Rippon was elevated from the practice squad, and Cincinnati added 2 quarterbacks to the practice squad, Sean Clifford and Mike White. Paige Beckers was named WNBA Rookie of the Year. 2 playoff games in the league tonight. To Major League Baseball, MLB has called off the London games next year due to scheduling. The Yankees were supposed to play Toronto there in June. Yankees are at Minnesota tonight. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, ack.
Enter, brother.
With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3,
That's
not
right.
4.
Thank you, LeBron. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, or SiriusXM Channel 83.
Wow!
Or live on YouTube.
Shout out to YouTube.
Thank you, Bill.
Write it and we'll do it live.
What'd you call it? The Alex had a nickname for it. I'll get to it in a minute. Go ahead.
That's right. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the odd couple on this Trash Talking Tuesday. Is that what we are? Yes,
I'm
we
not going
are.
to lie. I blanked. You could have said any
Well,
day
one
this
second.
week, and I would have been like, yeah, except Monday. I knew it wasn't Monday, but
That's
you could have
right.
hit me with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I would have been like, you're right.
All right, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington here, and you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake.
You got to be awake. That's the only way it counts.
Right, otherwise it doesn't count. All right, write it down, commit it to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, that's 877-996-6369, in case they can't put the number together with the letter.
It's not trigonometry.
A lot of people can't do that. Was old
Exactly.
school stuff. You tap the same number 2-3 times to get a different letter.
Exactly. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And with that said, always remember,
We'll do it live.
Sweetie, beatie.
Do it live. I can go write it
Yeah.
and we'll do it live.
that's right, let's go, big show. Let me welcome in my co-host for the past 1 year, Mr. Kelvin.
Yeah. Hey, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Yeah, happy anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Okay.
Happy anniversary.
What else?
Happy anniversary.
1 year.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, man.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to this show. Happy anniversary to the Odd Couple going strong, 7 years? 1 year, you and I. We made it.
Looks like we
Yeah.
made it. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, can I say this seriously?
Now they always say congratulations.
Yeah.
I've had a radio show since 1994.
Uh-huh.
I work with a lot of people, local, New York, Detroit, that other 4-letter network
Copy that.
radio.
Yeah,
you know
I
that,
know
all
about
that.
that place.
Yes, all that. This show is amazing. The people we work with are amazing. It's really a fun group. The picture I even posted that we took last year. Remember we had
that's
the
crazy.
lunch.
It's been a year. That was actually probably like a year and a little bit longer.
That was when they told me I couldn't take a double order home. You remember?
I was like, is this what I'm about to get into?
Yes. Yes.
Everybody gets one entree. You got two.
Yeah, but I appreciate the hard work and the support we get of the listeners, and like 1 year for me and you, and 7 years for this whole thing called The Odd Couple. And I really thought we were going to change the name of the radio show, to be honest, when you were coming on. Right. And our bosses, Don and Scott, were like, you got something special here. The three of us and Elijah, we're still here, and we're adding Kelvin. And they were like, let's keep this thing going, and you have kept this thing going. The Odd Couple is fun. It's informative. It's been a great ride, and we continue to have fun with it.
Yeah, man, look, you and Chris were already my guys. I'd been in the hot seat a couple of times, talked to you guys a handful of times throughout the years. So for when I got the call that they said, hey, we're thinking about doing something, thinking about throwing you in the mix, I was honored, really, to be honest with you. And I told you then, I told Chris, obviously, who kind of, was not that, he was moving on, but he kind of blessed it. You blessed it. And then the big bosses, they've always been good to me, even, years and years and years doing stuff here. So I appreciate everybody here. And the best part about it is, too, and I know it's the same for you, that the people you just mentioned, we work with the best. This isn't something we're saying right now because the camera's on. We've said it a million. That's why when we say Rob G, the GOAT, and Alex, I think, the GOAT as well, and Elijah, you guys are everybody super talented here. Steve, the Sega, everybody here, man, has been great. All the people in the background that you don't see. Shout out to Ricky, B, Brandon Bree, everybody, man. It's been a great place. It's been a great year. I want to put y'all in headlocks sometimes. I want to dap y'all up, hug y'all sometimes, but that's what makes this great is that we go at it, we compete, we have fun, we laugh. Hopefully we teach a little bit. Hopefully we learn a little bit. And it's been a great run, and it's been an easy 365, man. You know how that goes. Sometimes it's brutal. Like, this has been an easy one. So I'm grateful, very, very grateful for this show, this opportunity. It's been great, man. And I think it's we've only just begun.
No doubt. So thanks to everybody. Yes, and we're very excited. Here we go into year number 2 with The Odd Couple and us. Let's welcome in The Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Yes, I know Rob G is our producer. Rob G, one of the best producers in the business. Alex, our engineer, one of the best engineers in the business. Mr. Steve DeSager is at the anchor desk. And Elijah, you already know.
Never heard of him.
I text Elijah at midnight, and you got this, and
who
I know his wife and kid are like, who is that?
For a minute, she was like, she had enough. What's her name? Who is Roberta?
Who is that?
Who is Roberta? You're like, no, it's Robert, baby. It's Robert. Oh, I thought it said Roberta. I'm sorry.
What is she wearing? Khakis.
Khakis. Literally, probably had no khakis. Yeah, because Elijah getting calls and texts at any time of night.
I'm sorry.
Our bad. I'm sorry.
Rob was right. We need that Elijah like yesterday. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's the crew, man.
There is the crew. Thanks, everybody. All right, we got a great show. We got a lot of stuff to get to. And we should say, be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel, which we talked about. And you can watch us live on YouTube. That's right. We simulcast right now on YouTube with video of the two of us. Just go to youtube.com/@oddcouple or FSR. And if you're already within the YouTube family there, just search Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon, comment, all that. Let us know which ones have better takes. And go back and check it out right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. All right, we got a lot to get into, starting with Brady Gate, which we happened to have last night. Yes, another Brady Gate. And Rob G, explain what people saw last night on ESPN and got a lot of people's panties in a bunch when they saw it.
You mean other than Geno Smith throwing 3 interceptions? Other than that?
Man.
Yeah, the 3 interceptions and to me, on 4th down when he threw the ball out of bounds, I've watched football since 1987 on a pro level. I never saw it.
All jokes aside, I thought it was 3rd down because I'm like, he wouldn't do that on 4th down. I was like, now TV was down. I was with the girls, my babies.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, it's 3rd because who does that? You at least chuck it at that point.
Throw it down the field. Maybe somebody
throw the 4th pick.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares at that point?
That's how bad the game was. The big story to come out of this one was actually involving Tom Brady. As you know, he is the minority owner with the Raiders and a broadcaster.
I thought he was white. Go ahead.
The number one broadcaster, in fact, for Fox. And during the broadcast, they showed him up in the coach's box with the headset on, listening to all the goings-on between Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll. And during the broadcast, Peter Schrager admitted that Chip Kelly told him that he speaks to Brady 3 to 4 times a week, and that the front office, including Pete Carroll and new GM John Spytek, are in constant communication with Tom Brady. Wouldn't be such a big deal, of course, he's the owner, except that he also works for Fox, and he's also involved with the rest of the NFL. In fact, the team that they are going to be facing next week, the Washington Commanders, Tom Brady is going to be speaking with them ahead of their game this weekend against the Dallas Cowboys.
Tom Brady could do that.
Tom Brady could do that.
Tom Brady did do that.
We haven't heard that in a long time, Alex. That was a good dig right there.
And so, of course, the NFL has been well aware of this problem for a long time, and they recently actually relaxed some of their protocols to make life easier for Tom, where they said, hey, you can talk to these teams, but you can't be in the facility. You can't be in the locker room. You got to do everything remotely on Zoom. The only problem is Tom can still call these guys whenever he wants to, and he's still allowed on the field before and after games to talk to players, executives, coaches, etc.
This is real simple for me. Is this on?
It's on.
Tom Brady, do us a favor. Step down. Step down of one of the two jobs. Which one do you really want? You can't have both. Why would you make the league and put the league in a bad look and a bad light when you're dealing with the integrity of the sport? It's about protecting the shield, making sure this doesn't turn into the WWE. Pick a job. Which one? You know what? John Madden was a great football coach. And guess what he decided? I don't want to coach anymore. I'm going to go in and be a broadcaster. And guess what? He turned out to be one of the all-time greats because he chose one lane and put the work in there. It's not fair. I don't care if you say, well, he's not doing. No, it just doesn't look right. You have two jobs, and you have access that other teams don't have on teams you're going to face and intel and all that. And coming with the history of the Patriots and the cheating scandal. I said it. Once a cheater, always a cheater. That's what it feels like to me, like to get an upper hand on the next guy. It's a bad look, NFL, and I know they don't want to, make Tom Brady feel a certain kind of way. That's why I'm putting it on Tom. Tom, you really want to be an owner and really want to change the Raiders and make them into winners, do that. If you don't and you want to be a broadcaster and you want to be the best color analyst they've ever been, do what John Madden did. He walked away from a great coaching career and chose broadcast and became great at it. Dabbling into things like this, I'm telling you, you're not going to be an all-time great. Which one do you want? That's my advice to Tom Brady.
To quote the great Charlie Murphy, who once said this.
He would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
Tom Brady is a habitual line stepper. Okay? You tell him it's here, he's going to teeter right up to there. He's going to get right there. He might even put a big toe on it. He might not step over it, but he is going to step on the line. And that's what he does, right? And so when you give him, if you tell your kid, hey, you did this, you're grounded, you can't play with your video games are off limit, and you come home for work, you know what that kid is doing, that habitual line stepping kid? They're playing video games on their computer, and they'll say, well, these are computer games. And that's what Tom Brady does. He knows the things that he's not supposed to do, but the problem is, Rob, the NFL allows the leniency. What did Rob G say? Oh, well, they already started to cut back on that, cut him some slack here and let him do this. Well, he can already do these. And he's going to keep going. He's going to keep moving the goalposts. Well, if I can do this, can I do this? Well, if I can talk to them, can I talk to them? Well, if I can do this interview, and it's obvious, and if you read some more of those reports that we had, you hear some of the anonymous execs and coaches say one of the things, they're not really worried about the X's and O's, right? Because your game plan is your game plan. We all see it. We watch the games. We all can get the film. We can watch the game, see what you do. They were saying it's the other things. It's Tom Brady. If he goes in there with a 23, 24-year-old young player pregame and he's chopping it up with him just off camera, just how you doing, man? And he's like, yo, man, I got to have a big season. This is my free agent year, and I'm just trying to make some plays. I don't know if the team wants me. That's what one of the executives said is the concerns. It's things like that, him getting the upper hand on information and then getting back to the Raiders. Hey, you know that DB, he talking about they might not want to sign him. We need to get on that. And having the upper hand and not only just the X's and O's types of things,
it's a conflict
but
of
the
interest.
personnel.
It's a conflict of interest. It just is.
He gets to dabble in both foot. I get to get all the information here, do my job here, but then I get to still be part ownership with the Raiders, talk to them 3-4 times a week, and it's just not fair. But again, I'll say it. If you let a kid have ice cream for breakfast, they're going to do it. And if the NFL allows him to keep doing these things, he's going to do it. And by the way, while he is arguably the greatest quarterback, one of the best football players of all time,
Joe Montana.
Arguably, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
What made them think he's going to be the greatest broadcaster of all time? Like, why are they so invested in him that even with this, they can't pull apart and separate? Right. Like, why are they like, this has to work? They
wouldn't let other broadcasters do it. It just doesn't make sense.
So far, he's been all right. He ain't been all that. To continue to allow, these grievances and make rule changes for him, I haven't heard anything to blow me away like that. So, yeah, to the victors goes the spoils. It's Tom Brady. It's 7 rings. It's his name. He's synonymous with greatness. He's synonymous with football, lure, and legendary stuff.
Pick a lane.
And they're going to just allow him to get away with it. And they're already making concessions. So he's going to keep going. He's going to be that kid that keeps pushing the envelope. And if you let him have ice cream for breakfast, he's going to.
All right. 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. I think Tom Brady should step down, pick one job. Where are you? Is it okay? You're not bothered? You're bothered by it? Is there an issue with the integrity of the sport? Where are you on Tom Brady being a part owner and a broadcaster and having access that most other owners have no access to? It's incredible. 877-99 on Fox on a anniversary. Trash Talking Tuesday right here.
Listen, I told you, for some reason.
Trash Talking Tuesday, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Because if Brady gets out of line again,
my man got too familiar, and I ended up having to whip his ass, man, because, he stepped across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
US of A.
That's right. It's a tough scene in Kansas City, starting off 0-2 for the first time in the Mahomes era. They've lost 3 straight games for the first time in the Mahomes era. And here's the other issue. The Chiefs, again, first time starting 0-2 since 2014. As a franchise, not just Andy Reid, not just Patrick Mahomes, not just Travis Kelce, they have missed the postseason each of the last 6 times they've started the season 0-2. And if that wasn't bad enough, across the NFL, teams that start out 0-2 only make the playoffs 12% of the time.
Kelvin, I got news for you.
What's that?
The percentages could say 12%.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying 0%. The Chiefs will not, N-O-T, make the playoffs. I have been talking about them for 2 years now. And the lucky rabbit's foot. Well, I've been chronicling this, all the demise of what's going on and Patrick Mahomes and the numbers. I made the mistake last year and said that Patrick Mahomes had turned into Daniel Jones. I'm wrong. He's worse than Daniel Jones. Are you kidding me? Have you seen the numbers for Patrick Mahomes? Not good. Not even not good. How about terrible? How about awful? I'll give you the numbers. Passer rating, 82. 26th in the National Football League. Not even completing 60% of his passes. 58.8. 28th in the NFL. Yards per pass, 21st at 6.5. Dink and dunk, dunk. Enough. Dinking is good and dunking with donuts, but not football so much.
Did you say Shaq can dunk, but you don't want to be dunking?
Yards per game, 222.5. 7 tied for 17th, and 2 touchdowns, 1 pick in 2 games so far. So the numbers are not good. Travis Kelce's retired, and on any other day, he might as well retire because once he started talking about it, you're basically retired as a player. And you saw the bad play, and it turned into an interception. But he's just a non-factor. I mean, it's unbelievable how much of a non-factor he is. You could talk about waiting for receivers to come back and keep hoping and wishing. And before it was Patrick Mahomes, they have the most drops, and they had this and they had that. That people have kept making excuses instead of looking at what the numbers are. And the numbers aren't good. I'm not surprised. I'm really not. But it finally caught up to him. All that good luck. I told you last year they weren't going to win a Super Bowl. They were way too lucky. Teams would blow up and make bad plays to help them win. The kicker would hit the upright or miss an easy field goal or whatever it was. It was all these things that happened. And now here they are 2 games in. And the games that they normally win, no matter what, they haven't been able to win. So I'm not surprised. I know the math math says 12% of teams that start 0-2 don't make the playoffs. Right? I'm saying just 0. I just do not see them making the playoffs. And I know there's 15 games to go and a lot of football to play. I'm looking at this team and I don't see it.
This is where I don't understand you sometimes. I love you like a play cousin, but I don't get it. They're 0-2. And each game, especially yesterday, they lose by 3 to the reigning champs. And you just mentioned, Travis Kelce catches that touchdown pass. It's a different game. He does it. Now,
we can do that all day.
I'm with you.
I'll let you talk.
All right,
that mindset we can do all day.
When we can. So let me do it. So Travis Kelce catches that touchdown. We might be having a completely different conversation. And similar to the Chargers, they're right in that thing a drive away from winning it. So they got to win those games, and they have historically the last year or two won those games. Sports Radio. We are the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. That's right. 1 year in the can. The Odd Couple, the version with this version with Rob and I. 7 years for the Odd Couple. So congrats to that. Congrats to us, brother. With iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. You can catch us all over Fox Sports Radios. You can do that live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app, so it pops up right at the top of your screen so you can check in with us. Ephraim, Salaam on the way. Also, with thank you to you, man. We got some good grub around here, eating it good. Just enjoying the day of our anniversary. Let's take some phone calls, Rob. 877-99 on Fox. We're talking about Tom Brady. Is it? We'll call it cheating the way he has access to things other coaches and other places. It's a conflict of interest. Conflict of interest. What should the NFL do? Maybe you think it's not a big deal. 877-99 on Fox. All right,
Alex in Vegas. Let's start there. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Alex?
I'll do about guys. Congrats on the year. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
And, I think Brady should concentrate on the team. I've always said that since Mark's older and who knows, he's going to take over the team. It's a great opportunity for Tom to kind of take his place eventually.
I can see that, yeah. Like kind of put his foot in there and get it, give it a couple years.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. How about Tony in Vegas? Let's do another Vegas call. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tony?
What's up, gentlemen? I've been able to get in with you guys. I want to say congratulations, first of all, on your anniversary.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. I want to say y'all wrong on this one. The NFL and their executives, Fox, and their power to be, they don't have a problem with Brady. Brady isn't breaking the rules. And, oh, by the way, Brady doesn't have access to as much information that we think. That's number one. Number two, the NFL owners and Fox, they want Brady. There's no difference.
Yeah, but they I get that they want him to be a broadcaster, but there's a conflict because he's an owner. He's a part owner. It is a conflict.
It's not a conflict.
Kelvin just told you. No, it is a conflict.
Why do you think it's not?
He's a minority owner, Rob. It's a difference from being a minority owner.
But no, it's not.
So here's where Tony. And I hear you, Tony. But here's where I would challenge that. Rob G already stated they've already switched rules up a little bit,
right? Before
and
he
allowed
couldn't do
more
anything,
leniency.
right?
Because the things that he couldn't do, that the public called it out, they then said, "All right, we're going to backtrack and allow things." And so my whole point is to Tony would be, how far do you keep allowing things? And nobody's saying that it's going to change the course of everything, but if you can get that competitive little edge, if I can find out just a little bit, they already said he's on the phone 3-4 days a week. Why wouldn't he? It makes no sense.
I want to squeeze two more calls here real quick. David in Anchorage, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, David?
Hey, how's it going, fellas? Thanks for taking my call.
No doubt. Thank you, David.
Caller. You guys are my absolute favorite.
Appreciate it.
And happy anniversary.
Thank you.
So just to get at it, it's an ethical question for me, right? It's an ethical question. And, Kelvin, I think you hit the nail right on the head when you use that analogy of the kid that can't play video games.
Right.
You come home the next day. Dude, I got one at home myself. And so, it's one of those that you got to go back and forth. And Tom Brady, let's be real, he's an intelligent person. So, Rob, you said it best. You pick a lane. Be better at that lane than anybody else.
If you want to turn the Raiders around, do that, Tom. Show us how smart you are football-wise. Seriously.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, David. Appreciate the call,
man. Real quick, Sean in Sacramento.
Sean!
You got to get on the anniversary. What's up, buddy?
Yo, my uncle from another mother, cousin Kelvin, my brother's behind the board. What up? I've been Chad. Real quick, man. You are absolutely correct. This narcissist was willing to give up his own family, supermodel wife, tons of kids during their prime years to go ahead and take another 3 years into football, man. This dude's doing the same thing with his NFL career. He's willing to waste his broadcasting career trying to be a minority owner of a terrible team. Sorry, Rob G. When in reality, everybody sees what he's doing. He's hanging out in the coaching booth. He's talking to Chip Kelly, and Geno Smith is still throwing 4 picks. But who's to say that's not going to be the same method and the same formula he tries to use for the rest of the year, and they end up turning it around with all that inside knowledge. What he needs to do is quit trying to be a broadcaster, sit in the owner's booth, bring his kids along, try to mend that relationship, and that'll be a feel-good story for everybody, including the NFL.
Well,
there
Sean,
you go, Sean.
Sounds good. Ain't nobody turning $375 million down. Let me just tell you that now.
He's rich. Oh, no, he lost crypto. I'm sorry.
He ain't crypto, smipto, lipto. He ain't turning $375 down. All right, Ephraim Salaam on the other side of trending. Right now, we got Steven Sager. Hey, Steve.
Hello. Regular season in Major League Baseball ends a week from Sunday. The Mets are starting a series at home against the Padres tonight, and the Mets have scored 5 in the bottom of the first, leading San Diego and pitcher Michael King 5-0. Red Sox scoreless with the A's in the bottom of the third. It's the Guardians tied 1-1 at Detroit in the bottom of the third, and the Cubs are leading at Pittsburgh against Paul Skeens and the Pirates 3-1 in the top of the third. The Pirates have lost 9 of 10. Milwaukee about to start at home against the Angels with 16-6. Freddie Peralta on the mound. The Brewers are first in the NL Central, 5 games over the Cubs. Milwaukee has already qualified for the playoffs. The Phillies last night clinched the NL East title. They'll play the Dodgers again tonight in LA in the late game at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Shohei Ohtani leading off as the DH and the starting pitcher for the Dodgers tonight. Houston slugger Yordan Alvarez is out with a significant ankle sprain. Houston, in a half an hour, will be hosting Texas. The Mariners, who've won 9 in a row, are at Kansas City. The M's are first in the AL West, half game over Houston. Texas and Cleveland, by the way, each 3 games out of the last AL wildcard behind Houston. All the playoff tiebreakers in recent years have been determined mathematically instead of having 1-game playoffs. So the Mets, for example, they're leading the Padres for the final NL wildcard. Well, the Mets got swept in San Diego in late July. They're hosting the Padres for an important 3 this week. Vikings running back Aaron Jones with a bad hamstring was placed on injured reserve, so he'll miss at least 4 games. Running back Jordan Mason, ex of San Francisco, is now expected to start. Minnesota signed quarterback Desmond Ridder. The Bengals placed quarterback Joe Burrow on IR. He'll have toe surgery. Jake Browning will now start. Brett Rippon was elevated from the practice squad. Jacksonville cut safety Darnell Savage, and Rams coach Sean McVay says he tore the plantar fascia in his foot Sunday, likely when running down the sidelines to call a timeout. Back to you.
That's like when Rob runs away from a rat in the streets of New Orleans, Steve. That's how fast he ran. Make sure you didn't tear
Elijah
something.
said he rode over a rat today that was so big his tire is damaged.
Yeah, I saw that.
How big was it, Elijah?
All right,
it was
for those
big.
on YouTube, he said it was this big. You sure that wasn't a dog? Come on, Elijah. Dang.
Elijah, the rat was that big. Was it on the freeway? It was on the freeway?
Like this.
Wow.
If you did, I can't imagine what you would do.
I would have wet my pants.
The level of car, you wouldn't have been a Rob G. Rob G would have just blew through it because, it's the smart thing to do. It's safe. You don't jerk the car. We'd have rolled over. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a 1-year anniversary version of the Odd Couple. That's right. And achy knees, stiff back joints not cooperating. Some days your body is just like, nope. And on those days, thankfully, luckily, there's Aleve. With just 1 pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep it moving. Use as directed. Join now by Ephraim Salaam. Always joined on Tuesdays by Big E, former NFL offensive lineman, Fox Sports Radio Weekends. Ephraim Salaam on X. E, what up, man?
What's happening, brothers? Happy anniversary.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you. 1 year in. We appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
Well deserved.
Man, there's so much to get to. I want to start with the game we saw last night, which was Justin Herbert. At least want to start with that one. There's a couple of games, but Justin Herbert starting off this season, and we've all talked about it. On paper, looked pretty good last year. Only 3 or 4 interceptions, got to the postseason, but then he took the whole season worth of interceptions he did in 1 game in the postseason. And there start to be concerns about, can he get it done later? Can he make big plays, big moments? He looks good this far. This Charger team looks good. What do you make of them? Only a couple of games in, but the teams they've beaten in their own division.
Well, we saw the groundwork happening last year, right? And they were a heavy run-first team because most hardball teams are run-first. But when you have a Ferrari in the garage, you're going to have to bring it out and drive it. And Justin Herbert, it's the reason why he has more passing yards than anybody at this point in their career because he can sling it. He's more comfortable with the offense now. It's a very wordy and very tough offense to understand. So coming in on the second year with the fully grasp of the offense and the type of team they want to be, I expect that not only him but the Chargers to excel.
All right.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks very impressive.
But a team that doesn't look good offensively, the Texans, C.J. Stroud said I know the narrative is going to be that we suck, and I'm like, I don't know if it's a narrative or are we talking about facts. And I will say this, that they've had 6 games of 20 or less points, and so that this is a common thing, not something made up. So they have had 6 games with 20 or fewer points since Week 15 of 2024. What do you make of that? And that's tied for the most in that span. What do you make of C.J. Stroud and the Texans?
First of all, I think it starts with the offensive line. Offensive line is really bad. And I know they're trying to bolster that thing. I don't know if guys aren't on the same page. I know they had some injuries and some guys were moving all around. But just watching them not be able to protect him on third downs, I was pausing it after blitzes that were coming. Guys were coming in scot-free. And I was like, just run this protection and you can pick up for whatever reason, there's a disconnect. And it's impossible for someone with the talent of C.J. Stroud and the weapons they have out with the Nico Collins and the other receivers. It's impossible for them to get going if the guys up front aren't doing it. They couldn't find any running lanes at all, could not run the ball except for that one Nick Chubb run at the end, and I said to my wife when it happened, I bet Tampa Bay let them score. I bet they let them score because if they didn't, all they had to do was get on the other side of the 2-minute warning, run the clock down, kick the field goal, and so she was like, no, they wouldn't let them score. But when just watching how that game unfolded, if that was the case, that was brilliantly done by Tampa Bay's defensive coordinator.
Hey, Ephraim, Salaam, our guest right now on the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Trash Talking Tuesday.
We don't know what day.
We don't know what day it is. We know
Tuesday,
what time. Wednesday, Thursday. That's all we know.
It's the anniversary. That's
it
what
is.
It's the anniversary.
Yeah, then stop looking with those Google eyes on our anniversary, Rob. Don't do that no more, man.
Google.
Let me ask you this.
Google.
You played a million years in the NFL. You covered the NFL. How important is it? I'm looking at Baker Mayfield turn around his career, right? I'm looking at some other guys be able to do the same. Even Geno had a horrible game, but the last 3-4 years, he's turned his career around. Sam Darnold turned his around last year. Now he's playing all right with Seattle. How important is it for quarterbacks specifically to land in the right spot, maybe get the right coach, right system, and we sometimes write them off before that happens?
It changes everything. It changes when you look at someone like a Patrick Mahomes. He goes into the perfect system with someone like Andy Reid, who had a history of winning, whether it be in Kansas City or Philly. They had Alex Smith, who was a consummate pro. They had a phenomenal season. Patrick Mahomes' first year, as good as he was, they couldn't get him on the field except for the last game. But he spent that whole year learning and really understanding what it was to be a pro, and Alex Smith had a big part of that. But then you look on the flip side of that, and you see what Caleb Williams got drafted into last year, where there was no real talent on the team, no real leadership from the top, as not only him, but as well as Justin Herbert. We just talked about him, but Brandon Staley, there's no way he should have been a head coach for as long as he was a head coach with Justin Herbert there. And you can just see it's like a weight off a quarterback's back once they get into a system and into an organization that really cares and nurtures and wants to build them up, opposed to dumping everything on their shoulders, saying, save us, please.
All right. I didn't play football, Ryan Clark, but I do have a question for you. Geno Smith. Geno Smith threw the ball out of bounds on a 4th down play. I know he had 3 interceptions. I've never seen. I've been covering the NFL since
1987.
I never saw anybody throw the ball out of bounds on a 4th down play. Don't you throw it downfield? Just maybe there's a tip.
You gotta throw it. You absolutely right. You go ahead.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what I was watching.
No, you got to put it when it happened. I even said, "Oh, that must have been 3rd down."
Okay.
I said it. I was like, "Oh, no!" And then it was like, "Oh, it's over." I was like, "Whoa!"
I thought I was confused too, Ephraim.
No, I really thought it was 3rd down. I was like, "All right, well, they'll get him on the 4th down." But no matter what, you got to throw it back across the field in the direction of any type of receiver, and hopefully they can make a play or it's a penalty. But what you can't do, what we know for a fact, is there's a 100% chance no one will catch it if it's out of bounds.
Yeah, you know what? One more for me, real quick, before we let you go. Where do you put these? You saw the Lions were able to do it. Bears aren't there. You saw they did against the Packers. Where are you split the difference? Are they with week one? They just need to kind of get things going with these new coordinators. Obviously, I don't expect them to score 52. Where do you put them right now after 2 games?
I think the Lions. I think the Green Bay Packers are that good. I think the Green Bay Packers are beyond that good. I think they're the favorite in the NFC, even if Philly is 2-0. I think the Green Bay Packers, with the defense and the Jordan Love playing with the bevy of young receivers, I think the Lions are good. I think they're a viable contender in the NFC. It's just they ran into a buzzsaw and the Bears, man. Woo. This is about to be a long year for the Bears and the Bears fans, man. Good. And Ben Johnson going to blow a gasket. He's so aggressive in the press conference anyway. I'm like, oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
If they overthink it, he got to answer them questions. Oh, God.
Ben Johnson and J. Ray Reddick, the same person. Both tight, all analytical, and this is high strength. They got to relax. They're going to be head coaches for a long time. Ephraim, man, appreciate you always. Thank you.
Always, brother. Just stay safe, man, and happy anniversary again, brother.
No doubt. Thank you. Salaam on X. Go ahead and give him a follow. We'll do that Tuesday with him. All right, on the way, we got Chickle City. We got Play of the Day. We got a microwave take. Is that what I'm saying?
Featuring none other than Rob G.
He ain't even Rob G.
This is so bad. That's why I gave out his government name, Rob Guerra.
Yeah, you gotta hear
it. The government name with the cheese.
All that flavor is not now there's Rob Guerra.
There you go.
All that and it's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Once he's cut loose by Carolina, do you think anybody gets him a chance? Or is too much distracted that he can't hold the football? He's gone. I'm out of the NFL. Week 1, 2023. It's Baker Mayfield on. Week 1 question. Week 1, 2023.
All right, moving on from that. So, page 2 here, the B squad on ESPN. How bad were those?
Shirts for the podcast.
Dan Orlovsky. He must have photos of people, compromising photos. Anyway, the B squad there on ESPN showed Tom Brady shadowing.
So here's my question.
Chip Kelly, the Raiders rotund offensive coordinator, man that saw the light at UCLA and ran away from those gutty little roles. Get me out of here. Anyway, Chip Kelly's now toiling in the NFL as the Raiders offensive coordinator. There was Tom Brady sitting in the booth, and he had a headset on the whole deal, the whole thingamajig.
Covering Big 12 football.
Question. How weird was it? How weird was it to see the minority owner of the Raiders, the Fox broadcaster Tom Brady, sitting in the Raiders coaching booth as Geno Smith drowned on television? So this was peak surreal sports TV, is what this was, right? It was perfect. It was deserving, is a word I will use. Tom Brady is the GM by proxy. Every man, woman, and child knows it. Everyone knows this. Tom Brady is the GM by proxy with the Raiders. He's got plausible deniability. That's what he wants, right? If the team's bad, it's not my fault. I'm not the GM. I'm just hanging out at the country club, drinking cocktails and doing my yoga. So he's got plausible deniability. He's there in the room. He's got the headset on. He's got a bird's eye view of what's going on from atop the stadium. Tom's sitting there. He can literally smell the suck. Yeah, that's Raider football, baby. Smell the suck. The commitment to blow the Raiders. Now, you cannot wash off the silver and black goo that Geno Smith put all over the field there. It was all over everything. And listen, this is to be expected. Tom Brady, Mr. Big Shot out there, he went out and got leftovers. That's not who he wanted. It's not who he wanted. It's not. Tom Brady wanted Ben Johnson. That's not looking very good either. Ben Johnson with the Bears. And he got Pete Carroll. Tom Brady wanted Matthew Stafford to be the Raiders quarterback. He wined and dined Stafford at a Montana resort, treated him like he was the king of the world. And Matthew Stafford said, "Thanks very much, Tom. I'm not going to play for you," and went back to the Rams. And so he ended up with Geno Smith, the consolation prize, Geno Smith. That's not team building. That is settling. And Brady, what he has done is recreate the 2023, and I believe the 2022 Seattle Seahawks. And is that some kind of trailblazer activity? It's like the Family Guy cutaway. Tom Brady's quagmire in the booth. Giggity, 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 giggity. Right? That's Tom Brady, right? What have I done? What have I done?
Giggity, 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 giggity.
Meanwhile, Geno Smith's out there sinking in quicksand. It's just so good. The Raiders can't pick up a first down, or certainly can't get a touchdown. They got some first downs, but they had a lot of base hits, not any doubles, not any triples, not any home runs. Tom Brady's there taking notes like a professor who brought the wrong lecture binder and all that stuff.
1 year anniversary of this iteration.
Fox Sports Radio, it's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Thank you for hanging out with your boys as always. Let's get to it. Right now it is time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Defeating the odds today.
All right, here we go. Last night, 2-1 again. I'm up to 11-13. I'm making headway. Best bet, Tampa Bay Rays plus 1.5. Taking on the Blue Jays down in Florida. I got the Padres. I did minus 1.5. They're already down 7-1.
At the score, I was like, please tell me
Lord
you get
have
the
mercy.
Padres.
I got the Padres. So that one's not good. Might be another
2-1 again.
Got the Yankees minus 1.5, and they're up 2-0 already. These, of course, were posted on social media earlier before the game started.
It's Cody.
There you go. It's Cody. Again, Yankees minus 1.5, Padres minus 1.5, and the Tampa Bay Rays plus 1.5. And remember, Kelvin.
What's that?
I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
Did I do that?
Did I do that? No, that's for Rob G. Did you do that?
We'll get to that in a second. It's now time for the tire rack play of the day.
Bucky Irving the setback. Left side hip. Good snap. Gets the pathway. Caught ball by Emeka Ibuka. Inside the 10. The 5, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Ibuka does it again. 3 touchdowns in a game and a quarter.
Big win for the Bucks right there. Bucks Radio. That is, of course, your Tire Rack Play of the Day brought to you by Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
You know, sometimes in life, you should be in a certain job. Here's a perfect example when you should be a producer and not on-air talent. Oh, I'm sorry. Rob G., this is for you.
Time to reheat an old hot cake that's gone cold.
Hot on the outside, icicle in the middle.
It's Microwave Take with the Odd Couple.
Once he's cut loose by Carolina, do you think anybody gives him a chance? Or is he too much of a distracted guy who can't hold a clipboard?
He's gone. He's out of the NFL.
So, Joe, here's my question. Week 1, 2023, is Baker Mayfield on an NFL roster, or is he in the studio at a TV network?
If you would ask me this question in 4 more weeks, I can give you a definitive answer. Right now, my lean is he's working for ESPN, covering Big 12 football.
Rob G., that was 2022. What was that, the Jason McIntyre podcast?
That's right. That was a good take, I feel like.
No, it was not a good take. It
You
was
need
a
a
bad
take, too, is what you need.
Yes. We didn't know. The Jason, you know what? I didn't hear it originally because I never missed the Jason McIntyre.
Rob, don't lie, because you've done this to me a few times. Actually, when I found the audio, because it's so old, it's on an Odd Couple promo that you guys wanted. You guys made fun of me then, and you're like, we're going to bring it back a second time.
We had to bring it back, and Rob G., you swung and missed, because my biggest defense, Chris was guilty too. So I'm not Rob G., am I right? Chris was guilty of this.
Yes.
Colin was guilty of this. A couple people were here at Fox Sports Radio. But the thing that I backed Baker on was I thought he was injured and played, and they held it against him. Am I right, Rob G.? He played injured.
Yep.
And they were like, because he won a playoff game for them against Pittsburgh. Then won a playoff game in like 25 years. And then he played the next year, is hurt, and then they didn't like what he was doing. I was like, dude, I don't think that's fair. And then they let him go, and look what they still haven't found a quarterback.
And there's a couple lessons from that. One, this is why people advocate for players to get what they can get, do what you can do what's in the best interest of you, right? Because you go all out, you win them a playoff game, blood, sweat, and tears, and playing through injury, and if you don't look great, and if you have an organization that's dysfunctional or doesn't know what they're doing, then they're going to let you go. And now Baker looks great. He's in an offense that is great for him. He's got weapons all around.
You got to give him credit for fighting for his career. Am I right?
Yeah,
like
had to go to the Rams, be a backup there, and you know, a lot of guys, maybe you throw in the towel or put your head down. He fought for his career, got an opportunity, and now he got paid with the Bucks, and now he's winning games for
them. He could have explored. You remember, he could have gone out and looked around. He was in a situation with the Bucks. He knew everybody. He appreciated that they wanted him. And you remember, he didn't go. He didn't go the free agent route. The Bucks came with a deal. He's like, this is where I belong. And he found a home. Good for him.
It's a smart move, too, because they've been a stable organization now for 25 years or so, pretty much post, the Tony Dungy era. They've been stable, right? They've been good at times. They've been really good at times. They obviously won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. And he sees the weapons. They're not even had Chris Godwin yet. He's not even back yet. And they've got weapons all over. You got probably a Hall of Famer, Mike Evans. And obviously they always keep a good defense. So he's in a situation where why would I rock this boat? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't need to go somewhere else. They want me. They like me. Hey, what we always talk about, no state income tax in Florida. That's always a good thing too. So he's probably I'm sure his wife, his family's happy there. And that's good. Good for him, man. So, when you weren't wanted and then you can find a situation that's working for you, kudos to you.
And who, Rob G., jump in. Where is he quarterback-wise?
Now, some of this has moved around because of guys got new contracts. But he's currently the 19th highest-paid quarterback in the NFL, just behind Geno Smith and Sam Darnold, just ahead of Justin Fields, Daniel Jones.
Now, Rob G.
But it goes back to your point. You were saying, hey, he was comfortable. He knew this.
He was comfortable. And
I'll take that deal rather than shop around for a bigger deal elsewhere.
Exactly. And to go another place or whatever, and he was there. So, Rob G., was that take before Baker killed the Raiders on
Yes, it was. Bo actually asked me that same question.
Yeah.
He was still with Carolina, and he was pissing off the fan base there. And I'm like, oh, he's done. It's a wrap.
That was it. Yeah. I remember us being in the studio, though, when you talked about that.
I'm trying to figure out what he did to you. Why you was so hard on Baker like that?
He wasn't good. He was terrible in Carolina.
Well, it's Carolina. Who ain't? Bryce Young going to come back and be an MVP when he goes somewhere else. It's the Carolina Panthers. Jake Delahomie ain't walking through those doors, Rob.
Is the man talking college football?
tip from The Odd Couple, and you know how it is, folks. Look, during the holidays, you're always loaded down with the packages. Between cooking, you got shopping, and all those extra errands, your body starts to ache, and that doesn't make it any easier. But Aleve, they can help. It has long-lasting body pain relief, so you can forget those body pains and make some happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours, so you can keep up with the season's magic. So don't let those
Fox Sports Radio, bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call. You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio. Yeah.
In Major League Baseball, the regular season ends a week from Sunday. The Mariners are the first-place team in the AL West. Half game over Houston, and Houston slugger Yordan Alvarez is out with a significant ankle sprain. With the half-game lead over Houston, the Mariners have taken the field, and they're up 2-0 going to the second inning at the Royals. Seattle has won 9 in a row. About to start, Houston is home to Texas. Texas and Cleveland, each 3 games out of the last AL wildcard behind Houston. Yankees are leading 2-1 at the Twins in the bottom of the first. It's the first-place Blue Jays in the East, ahead 1-0 at Tampa Bay in the second inning. Boston 1-0 over the A's in the fifth. Guardians up 2-1 at Detroit, bottom of the fifth. The Cubs are leading at Pittsburgh against Paul Skeens and the Pirates, 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Mets 7-2 over the Padres, bottom of the third. Vikings running back Aaron Jones goes on injured reserve. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
That's right. We made a lineup change. We went to the starting lineup. It is the Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Don't forget, you'll have 30 or 40 seconds to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes in for Kelvin Washington. And be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. We're on live.
I know you guys are big time, man.
We'll do it live. That's right. Just watch us on YouTube right now. We'll simulcast YouTube, the video of the two of us, and you can go to youtube.com/@oddcouplefsr. If you're already within the YouTube family, just search Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon. Comment away. Let us know which one of us has the better takes. He was the better football player, but I'm the better take maker. How's that?
All right, we'll see.
We'll see about that. Go check out our brand new channel on YouTube. Just watch us right now live. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. And the Odd Couple in our first anniversary also sponsored by Aleve. Achy knees, stiff back, joints not cooperating. Sound like a former football player, and some days your body's just like, I don't care if you played in the league.
Right.
Nope, that's right. And on those days, luckily, there's Aleve. Just one pill. That's right, and Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so that you can keep moving. Use as directed. So we got a busy show for you today. Don't forget, coming up in this hour, it's Trash Talking in about 35 minutes or so you want to line up for that. All right, Rob G. Well, Kerry Rhodes, how are you, my man? What am I saying?
Man, I'm good.
Like you already were doing the show.
I know you. Yeah, you gotta introduce me, man. How you doing? I mean, I know I'm coming in relief, and I know relief pitchers don't get paid the big bucks.
You know, come on in. You see,
but you know,
we went for the left hand. I know you're right-handed.
No, I'm in. I'm going to try to come in and keep the same intensity, the same energy that you guys have. Yeah,
absolutely.
So let's do it.
Nah, we appreciate you. Kelvin had to bounce, but did come in to celebrate our 1-year anniversary together. It's unbelievable how fast time goes.
It's crazy. Congratulations on that.
No,
to do anything for a year is a big deal. So.
Yeah. And so 1 year for us and 7 years for the show. The Odd Couple.
I know. Pretty
incredible.
Yep.
But we got some football to talk about. Somebody who you know really well, Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
And Rob G. We talked about the other night, yesterday, how he passed Aaron Rodgers for the greatest passer rating.
Passer rating, yeah.
Which is an incredible thing. I mean, it really is.
It's insane. For a guy that can't pass the ball, right?
For a guy who Bill Polian, who's in the Hall of Fame GM, said that he should go out for passes.
He knows this is my
Let him live,
my
bro.
topic.
Come on, man.
I'm not.
Everybody got bad takes.
Okay, but that was a really bad take.
It was bad.
I just didn't like it. And I remember me and Chris got into a heated argument about it because Chris didn't see anything wrong with it. And I was like, dude, no, that you don't ask people. That's not his position.
Yeah.
Why does he have to go and give up his position when this guy? I just didn't buy into it, and I didn't like that take whatsoever. But Rob G, the numbers are just eye-popping for one Lamar Jackson, especially the last 20 games. They're ridiculous is the best word to describe.
Well, first let's start off with Sunday. Sunday against Cleveland, threw 4 touchdowns, right?
Yep.
In the process, became just the 7th quarterback in NFL history to have at least 2 touchdown passes and a passer rating of 90 or higher in 10 consecutive games. Every other guy on that list is a Hall of Famer. That's number 1. Number 2, in the last 20 games, Rob, as you mentioned, it's getting pretty ridiculous, all right? He's completing 67% of his passes, 4,927 passing yards, 1,033 rushing yards, 57 touchdowns against 4 picks.
Wait a minute. Stop there. 57 to 4.
Yeah.
With a passer rating of 125.1. But the big headline in this one is, again, you guys mentioned Lamar Jackson, not known historically as a passer, right? That's been the commentary about him coming out of college.
Right.
After Sunday, that 4 touchdown, no pick performance against Cleveland, Lamar Jackson is officially now the NFL's all-time career leader in passer rating, 102.65. He just eclipsed Rob's favorite quarterback,
A-Rod.
Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Right.
And we talked about this too. This past year, his quarterback rating, right, was the 4th greatest for a regular season.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers has 2, Peyton Manning has 1, and Lamar has 1.
Wow.
Think about that. We talked about that. And the guy didn't win the MVP.
Right.
Somehow that guy didn't win the MVP. How in the world did that guy not win the MVP?
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. But you know, you've been saying this from day one. I know you have.
Yeah.
You're not surprised by it.
Not at all. And the thing is, that was my whole thing earlier. I remember when I was coming on as a guest on you guys' show when Chris was here, and I was just trying to break down a lot of people talking about his proficiency at throwing the ball, which I was like, or even being able to read defenses. And I was like, dude, he played in a pro-style offense since he was a freshman in college. He played under Coach Petrino. Bobby Petrino is a highly skilled offensive guy that runs, NFL type of stuff. And so I knew he could consume it. I knew he could process, and I knew he could throw from being there and seeing him in camp. And so when that narrative was out there, man, it really got under my skin. And I was going to be out there and on any platform that I could.
And try to tell people,
and tell
it's
people,
not the case.
That's
right.
not the case. The guy can play. And so to see where he is now and to see how effortless it is for him to go out there and play the quarterback position, Rob.
But that's the word, effortless. And I remember, and Rob G, I've been talking about this, framing this for a while.
Okay.
Was it 2 Christmases ago? Remember they bludgeoned the Niners on a Christmas night.
Yes.
He threw a ball I'd never forget, like to the side of the end zone, like only in one spot that it could have been thrown in. Yeah. And I just thought to myself, effortless. Just like
a flick of the wrist.
I was like, are you kidding me?
And Rob, it really irked me early on, and Rob G knows this. Whenever we talk about Lamar, like it's obviously it's personal because I know him. But even if I didn't know him, and now like watching him and seeing him play the quarterback position, and to think that, even coming into the year, he was like what, 3rd or 4th? He was 4th on that list. Like, I get it. The other guys are good too, but this guy is on a streak that we've never seen before.
No.
And the way he's throwing the ball and the way he's reading defenses and the way that offense is operating. Even now, he has more control of it. He's calling checks.
Must-see TV.
He is.
And this is what I was telling people about. This is why I'm not a red zone guy.
Yeah.
I want to watch him
it.
play. I don't want to see when he's only in the – I want to watch the entire game. Why would you not want to watch Lamar Jackson play football? I want to watch every single moment.
He's the best football player in the league. Period.
And here's the
and
other –
not even quarterback, player.
Here's the other thing.
Yeah.
It ain't going to take much to vault him over a lot of players, okay? Because once he wins that one Super Bowl –
all he needs is one.
He has to validate the whole thing.
Yeah.
But he has everything else you need, all the numbers, all the other stuff. And then once he gets that one, and I say win, he's too good that he's not going to win. He is going to win. He's not like one of these, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's going to win.
Well, if his coach doesn't mess that up, We'll talk about that later. But
Hey, what did I say, Rob G, about John Harbaugh?
if his coach doesn't mess it up,
Dude, I've said it. I think he should be fired because they can't they can't hold on to anything.
yeah, it's at a point like, okay, we know that every time in every big game something happens.
Something
right?
always.
But that's a lot of that has to do with coaching and being prepared for those moments too.
I
so there is a
totally
tie-in.
agree.
Yeah.
There is, but he is a marvel to watch.
Yeah.
Like there aren't that many players who you just want to when they do those ISO cams or just
You
watch.
want the camera on him all the time.
Like the movements. Hey, put the camera on me. like he is one of those guys.
Rob, he is dropping back. He is running around in the backfield like he's playing Pop Warner football against grown men. It's insane to me. I played the game. I've never seen anybody toy with defenders the way that he does. When the play's not there, there's nobody else. I mean, Josh Allen is up there as far as when the play's broken down, and Patrick Mahomes too. But Lamar, when it's broken down, he can do things other guys can't do. It's crazy. It really is.
Rob G, you've been you're on the Lamar bandwagon, right?
Yeah, do I get credit for that one? You want to rip me about the Baker Mayfield take?
Well,
but I was early on Lamar. I was early on Lamar Jackson.
Right, you were.
No, he's awesome. And we talked about this maybe a week and a half ago, and we talked about it before the show on the text chain. I'm with you, Rob, where I think whenever he gets that one Super Bowl, he's got to win 2 or 3. Once he gets one, there's going to be some very uncomfortable conversations about where he ranks all time. Because his resume
is ridiculous.
Is incredible.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
It's just missing one thing.
It's missing that championship.
And he don't like you say, Rob G, he don't have to win 3 in a row for. Once he wins one, and God forbid, once he wins one, you know what I mean? Like, you never know.
When you know how to win.
Yeah,
it's
once you win
story.
one, like it could be a run, but I'm saying he just needs to win that one, and then you will start to look at all these other quarterbacks and people because the numbers don't lie. Top 4 all-time for a season.
Yeah.
Passer rating, this 20-game stretch, 57 touchdowns, 4 picks. 3 of those picks went off the hands of receivers.
I was just about to say.
3. You can say, whatever. But this is really what we're talking about.
Yeah. Like 100%. Like you said, 3 of those were tips.
And I'm not going
to –
I get his playoff record. I'm not trying to discount it or poo-poo it, okay? It's not good, okay?
Yep.
But even last year, sure-handed Andrews, like what was that? And I felt he cheated us from a moment.
Yes, he did.
Because I thought, oh, my God, if they come back, because remember, they were kind of like they could have tied that game and then beat Buffalo. That would have been like the step. There was a moment there. He marched them right down the field. You remember that?
Yeah, of course.
And then Andrew, I mean, you could throw that ball 100 times. 99 times you're going to catch it. Am I right?
100%.
99 times you catch that ball.
And there were people going on TV saying he could have thrown a better ball. Like things like that. Like trying to keep the narrative going.
Yeah, that's nitpicking.
Yeah, of course.
And ain't no way Mark Andrews could look at that and go, oh, no, he didn't throw the ball right.
Caught that.
Oh, come on. Are you kidding?
Yeah, you got to catch that. Yeah.
That was bad.
Well, just so you guys know, this season so far is only 2 games, obviously. But Lamar Jackson is already first in the NFL in QBR, first in passer rating, first in touchdown passes, and first having the lowest interceptions. So, what else do you want him to do at this point?
You just got to win that big one.
So I'll ask you, Kerry, because I talked to Rob about this again about a week ago. I believe that if as soon as he wins one, if he does nothing else the rest of his career, let's say he wins this year and he retires because he's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm going back to Florida. I think you could make an argument right off the rip that he's a top 5 quarterback ever. Immediately.
Oof, if he wins one.
Just based on, because he's got the 2 MVPs.
Yep.
Missed unanimous by 1 vote for that.
Remember, that's
right.
hard.
And
right?
Everybody's going to talk, as good as Josh Allen is, everyone's going to talk about 5, 10. Well, that was Lamar's MVP. Like, we all know that was Lamar's MVP.
Right.
And as he keeps playing, you keep going back to
he
that.
wins at like a 75% clip as a starter.
Yep.
And he's been doing it 75% in the NFL.
He's currently, we mentioned, the all-time leader in passer rating. He's the first player in NFL history to throw at least 40 touchdown passes and fewer than 5 picks in a season. Okay? He's got the string of 10 straight games with at least 2 touchdown passes and a passer rating over 90. And that's not even factoring in he's without question, the greatest running quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, that's
ever
right.
seen.
That's the other thing. We haven't even got to that part.
We haven't even got to that.
So if you just throw that out there, again, if it ends after this season, let's say he seals the deal, the only guys who I would not really argue with you are better or have a better resume would be Brady, Mahomes, Manning, and maybe Montana.
You got to throw Montana in there, though.
And then other than that, I would probably fight you about everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, would there be some give and take?
You're going to throw some blows at me, personally.
I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but I could see blah, blah, blah. I'm a big Dan Marino guy,
Right.
whatever.
Dan Marino would have to drop down because
it's right there, though, for Lamar Jackson with everybody else other than those first four guys.
I don't disagree.
No, I agree with that as well. I mean, you had to throw Montana in there. He's my GOAT.
He's my GOAT.
He's my GOAT overall, even over Brady. So, but yeah, no, I wouldn't argue that. I think if he gets it done, and I think that's the whole thing. That's the asterisk right now.
A lot of people, younger people, they really don't know Joe Montana's career.
They don't.
They really don't.
No.
And when I tell people, and it's not just the 4-0 in the Super Bowl. All right, 11 touchdowns, no picks, 1-2 with Jerry Rice, 1-2 without Jerry Rice, three Super Bowl MVPs, and 2 of those Super Bowls, he had to throw a touchdown to win the game, not a field goal, get close.
Yeah.
You needed a touchdown.
Yeah, game-winning drives,
Dude, he was amazing.
He was my guy, yeah. But Lamar, yeah, I mean, he's sniffing greatness. He's already great. But as far as the overall resume, he definitely needs that championship on the resume.
All right, 877. All right, coming up, Tashan Reed, where are we? Oh, no, in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
He's the Washington Post Commanders beat writer. We're going to get some stuff on the Commanders. And he also just left the Raiders beat. So we can find out about Tom Brady. You saw him last night and all that in the conflict or whatever. So Geno Smith, though, and the Raiders, they deserve each other. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. That's coming up as well. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
To find out who else, Rob G, think will not be an NFL quarterback in 2 years in the NFL.
Caleb Williams.
USA.
There you go. Another one. Another mistake.
Ooh.
Yeah, everything that could go wrong did go wrong for Pittsburgh in a
Special
home
teams.
opener against the Seattle Seahawks, against Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. First off, you have Caleb Johnson, rookie running back, I guess doesn't know the new kickoff rules because he lets a ball go past him into the end zone, which by the new rules, of course, if it lands between the goal line and the 20, that ball is live no matter what happens. And it went into the end zone. He didn't even attempt to try to recover it. Seattle rushes down there to get it. They don't recover it either, but since it goes out of the back of the end zone, it becomes a touchdown. So 7 points there. Aaron Rodgers throws 2 interceptions, including one of them in the end zone, which after the game he ended up blaming his receiver for. Now, I'm sure he was right because even the receiver said he was right. It just wasn't a great look for him to do that after the game. And the last but not least, probably the most egregious thing, the Steelers defense, that vaunted Steelers defense with T.J. Watt and Jalen Ramsey and big play Darius Slay, is currently giving up 31.5 points per game through the first 2 weeks and just about 400 yards per game. Were it not for a 60-yard Chris Boswell field goal in week 1, we could be talking about the 0-2 Pittsburgh Steelers. So, guys, here's the question. What's the biggest problem right now in Pittsburgh?
For me, is what I thought it would be coming into when I talked about this last season during the offseason. They're not good defensively. Everybody thinks they are. They're not as good as you think. They don't have a running game. They got rid of Najee Harris. They got rid of backs. They don't have a running game. And you're going to need Aaron Rodgers, who is not built right now at this point in his life, to bring you back. You're going to have to still have some games where you're up, have some games where you're controlling the clock, and have some games where the defense can do some things. And I don't think they're built that way right now. So they're going to put him in some non-advantageous situations. So I don't like the way they're constructed. I thought my whole point was they need to be building for the future, and they're going to be putting Aaron Rodgers in some positions where he's going to have to make plays that he's not able to. And remember, we had that was it an anonymous person or the exec who was talking about anonymous coach who was saying how he was watching week 1, and there were some throws that Aaron Rodgers made off his back foot. He was doing things that should have been interceptions and that you can't get away with. And even I was like, all right, that's a little extra right now. You put a little extra sauce on that as we got a block punt, and the Texans recover from the block punt of the Buccaneers. We'll get to that in just a second. There were some throws that Aaron Rodgers made that I was like, oh, there's one, in fact, by the guy who ended up getting the interception, ultimately one you were referencing, end zone. He threw it right at him, about 10 yards away, directly at him. I can't believe he didn't catch that. So it was interesting hearing that, me saying, all right, come on, you put a little extra sauce on that. Then the next week, which was yesterday, watching that. So I just don't like the way they're constructed. Again, I don't think they're that great defensively. You let the Jets put a 400 yards of offense on you, 32 points. The Jets, then you turn around and let Sam Darnold and his new team do the same as well. So I have a lot of concerns if I'm the Steelers based off of things I said well before this season. I don't think they run the ball, but I don't have a single type of running game. This is not the 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Steelers you picture in your head with Big Ben, Jerome Bettis, fast Willie Parker. This isn't that. And the defense is not, again, an old Pittsburgh Steelers in your head defense.
Yeah, it's a defensive problem that they got to get sorted out. You can't give up 400 yards and 31 or 2 points a game and expect to win. You just can't do it. And then you add in mixing the turnovers. You're not going to have – nobody's perfect. No one's going to be able to have zero interceptions or what. It's just that's not football. That's not how it plays. We saw Jared Goff in the postseason when it mattered most. All year he didn't turn the ball over like that, and what happened? He had 4 turnovers. Turnovers are a part of the game, but you also have to be able to stop the other team and make the offense not predictable, and that's what they've been so far. But there is no you're not playing for the future. You haven't won a playoff game in almost 10 years. That whole idea of building for the future is not. It's just not where.
Why do you say that? I'm really asking you. Why do you say that?
Because I don't think that's where you are.
When you're saying you specifically the Steelers, or you a team?
Any team.
See, that's where I don't agree.
I don't agree. Any team. I don't think that's not the way you go in thinking that. Oh yeah, we'll build for the next 5. You're the Minnesota Vikings. You got a young quarter. You're thinking, no, I got one of the best receivers in the game. I got guys who can run the ball. I got a good defense. No, I'm going to add him in. Hopefully he doesn't turn the ball over too much. And
I'm glad you used him. That's the exact team I was going to say. You have Sam Darnold, who you figure is going to be at least 14-3. You go 12 and something, and you got a chance to compete. But they said JJ's our guy. That's our future.
No, but that's not it. They don't believe in Sam Darnold because in the 2 biggest games of the year, he wet the bed, and they don't want to pay a guy like that.
That's because they have their guy. They have the guy they believe in. JJ, they went up to get him at 10th.
It was more because they didn't believe in Sam Darnold. Because if they really believed in Sam Darnold, they could have pushed JJ another year. It is the Odd Couple, and it is our anniversary. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes in for Kelvin Washington with the iHeart Radio app. You can stream us wherever you happen to be. Just catch us and all our Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart Radio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day, and be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets like the good old days and in the iHeart app, and it will always pop up to the top of the screen. Tashan Reed from the Washington Post is coming up. He's going to talk some Commanders and stuff. We'll do that in about 5 or 6 minutes. But Geno Smith.
Oh,
Rob G, that's your squad. You were happy when they signed Geno Smith, and you know.
Rob was happy?
Well, you happy about Geno?
He looked good in week 1.
Yeah. But 3 interceptions last night.
2 of them were brutal.
Yeah, they were bad.
And we had Ephraim on earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I've been covering the NFL since 1987. I covered Lawrence Taylor. That's how long ago okay? Like, you see Lawrence Taylor walking around old guy. I covered Lawrence Taylor. I was working in New York at the Daily News at the time.
You're at the Daily.
The Daily News.
The Daily News.
The biggest paper in the country back then in 1987. But my point here is I've never seen a quarterback throw a ball out of bounds on a fourth down. Have you? Kerry, you played pro football. I know I'm harping on it, but everybody said, "Oh, that must have been third down." Nobody's. Have you? Don't you just throw the ball downfield and hope for something?
Not after 3 interceptions, Rob.
He's worried about his interceptions.
He already threw 3. Hey,
so he's like, I don't want another interception, so I'm just going to throw the ball out of bounds on fourth down.
Yeah, no,
You know that the other team gets the ball right where you are.
The game's over. Yeah, it's over. No, I don't know what he was thinking. That's crazy, Rob. But he was so in his head at that point. He was getting he was getting beaten in that game. He was getting battered. He had some terrible throws in that game, and Geno has obviously been a success story since leaving New York.
But he doesn't. I'm going to say this, and you're right.
Because I want to give him credit, too.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
But his record, Rob G, can you chime in? His record in primetime games and against the good teams, not good for Geno Smith.
4-13.
4-13. And that's what primetime games or, the
prime
spotlight.
Games.
The primetime
Sunday
games.
night, Monday night.
Yeah, or something
Thursday,
like that.
whatever.
When you're on display, he hasn't played well. And he has had a comeback because he led the league in completions and all that. And I'm going to give him. I called him Geno's Pizza. I'm going to give him a.
Here's another bad stat for you, Ross. I know you want to rip on my team. Since 2023, the NFL leader in interceptions, of course, none other, Geno Smith, 28.
Oh,
right behind him, though, Patrick Mahomes is 26.
See? Yeah. And those are the numbers we talk about. That's unbelievable when you say that. That the idea that Patrick,
I know,
is
the unquestioned number 1 quarterback,
right?
In the league.
Which is crazy. I get the respect he gets because of what he's done.
He's won, yes.
But the GMs and the front office people say he's the best quarterback in the league. They're not being honest. Is he a guy who's won and you give him respect and he's going to the Hall of Fame? Yes, all those.
Yes.
He's not the best quarterback in the league right now.
He's not the best quarterback in the league right now. No. But talking about Geno again, though.
And Geno is not the best quarterback.
We know that. But Rob just threw out that stat, Rob G, where he's led the league in interceptions in that span. That's his problem. Because there are moments of him being really good, and he can win you games, and he can be solid. He can do those things. But when it matters, when it counts, you can also count on him throwing an interception in a big game. And so you can't have both and be a good quarterback in this league. And so for him, Geno and the Raiders, they actually looked really, really, really helpless last night. They didn't look good at all.
And the other thing, too, is I'm worried about Pete Carroll and him being the coach and whatnot. Did you hear before the game during workouts, Pete Carroll went to the sidelines and yelled out, "Hey, you damn kids, get off my lawn."
Hey, you damn kids, get off my lawn.
Thank you, Pete.
Because he's what, 92 years old?
Like
okay,
that.
I got it.
I know he's the youngest looking. How old is he? 75?
He looks
Rob
good,
G?
man. He looks
he
good.
does.
He
70,
looks good.
75.
74.
74. I'm telling you, he's a pork chop away. I'm just saying.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, that's insane. Do it again, Alex. That's
going to be a microwave take.
That's
What?
ridiculous. Oh, man.
All right, Tashan Reed is coming up next from the Washington Post, and we'll talk about Tom Brady with him as well. He used to cover the Raiders. But first, let's get you caught up. Steve DeSager.
The first place, hey there, Seattle Mariners have won 9 in a row, and Cal Raleigh tonight has hit his 55th home run of the season, most ever by a switch hitter in one campaign. Mariners already up 7-0 at Kansas City in the bottom of the third. The M's first in the AL West, a half game over Houston. Houston leads its game 1-0 against Texas in the top of the second inning, and the regular season ends a week from Sunday. Texas has a chance for playoffs. Texas and Cleveland each 3 games out of the last AL wild card behind Houston. Reds are fighting for an NL wild card, but they're losing 1-0 at St. Louis in the top of the third inning. Yankees are up 7-1 at the Twins in the top of the third. The first place team in the AL East, the Toronto Blue Jays, 5 games over the Yankees. Boston is 6 back. Blue Jays are winning tonight 4-0 at the Rays in the third. Red Sox lead the A's 1-0 in the top of the sixth inning. Also in progress, the Brewers are ahead of the Angels 2-0 in the top of the third. Brewers are first in the NL Central, 5 games over the Chicago Cubs. Cubs are up 4-1 at Pittsburgh in the bottom of the sixth. They got the first 3 runs off Paul Skeens. Pittsburgh starter now has an ERA over 2 this year. Guardians lead 3-2 at Detroit in the top of the 7th inning, and the Mets are leading 8-2 over the Padres in the top of the 5th inning. In that game, a combined 6 home runs so far. The late game, 10 p.m. Eastern, will have Philadelphia at the Dodgers. The Phillies clinched the NL East title last night. Vikings running back Aaron Jones with a bad hamstring was placed on injured reserve. Minnesota signed quarterback Desmond Ridder with J.J. McCarthy out 2 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. The Bengals signed quarterback Joe Burrow, put him on IR, and now Brett Rippon was elevated to practice squad. They've signed 2 to the practice squad: Sean Clifford, Mike White. Jake Browning is due to start for Cincinnati. And Packers wide receiver Jaden Reed had surgery on his broken clavicle and a broken foot. He could return in November. And some of the TV ratings are out for the weekend football. A lot of good Saturday games. Notre Dame, Texas A&M got about 6 million viewers. Florida, LSU, 7.5 million. The Georgia-Tennessee Overtime Classic, 12.5 million viewers. And then Sunday, Fox TV had the Eagles win at Kansas City, 33.8 million viewers. They've never had that many viewers for a September Sunday NFL game before. Philadelphia's win at KC. Back to you.
All right, thank you. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes in for Kelvin Washington on our first anniversary here. This new edition of the Odd Couple. 7 years total. Achy knees, stiff back, joints not cooperating. Some days your body's just like, nope, no way, no how. And on those days, luckily, there's Aleve. Just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so that you can keep moving. Use as directed. Now let's welcome in Tashan Reed. He is with the Washington Post and the Commanders beat writer who just left the Athletic for this great job at the great newspaper of the Washington Post. Congratulations, Mazel Tov, and welcome to the show. Tashan, say hi to Kerry Rhodes. What's up?
What's going on? Appreciate that. Thanks y'all for having me on.
No doubt about it. And let's get started. Before you came to Washington to take over the Commanders beat, you were with the Raiders, covered the Raiders. Tell me about the big story last night on the game was, of course, seeing Brady with a headset on, and then people, a conflict of interest, and other teams can't be that happy that he's a part owner and a broadcaster. And you guys wrote a story about this in the Washington Post about the conflict, correct?
Yeah, and it's been something it's been a storyline since last season with Brady. Pretty much, since he bought into the franchise, people had questions of, well, how does this work, with him being a Fox broadcaster? And, it's a fair question because, broadcasters typically, they have those production meetings with the coaches and the players before the games. And, I think people probably overinflate how much gets discussed in those. Like, it's not like they're sitting there breaking down all 22 and giving away which plays about the call and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's more general anyway. And so, it's something that I think people make a little bit too much out of it, but it is something that gets talked about. And so every time that there's a situation where, Brady is, seen doing something outside of being a broadcaster, people are going to talk about it. So when like Dan Quinn or Jaden Daniels, anybody like that meets with him, they're not stupid, right? They're not about to reveal all their secrets knowing that they're going to play the Raiders in 2 weeks. And so I think people have to be cognizant that, these teams and players are a little bit smarter than they seem to be thinking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Tashan, I think that's the problem, though. I think, the nuance of all of these conversations surrounding Brady and the situation that he's in, right? As it's never been done. So we're seeing something that's new. And so our personalities and who we are as people, we're going to make scenarios up and do all that, right?
And we should a little bit with the cheating that we know that went on with the Patriots. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean?
You are. And that's what I'm saying. So that shot last night, I think it unsettled a lot of people when they saw Brady in the booth with the actual headset on.
And he's not doing the game.
Yeah,
right?
that's much. You don't think that was a little bit much, Tashan?
I mean, compared to what everything else he's been doing with the Raiders, like wearing a headset during the game is pretty light. I mean, he was on the hiring panel for the GM search, the head coach search. Yeah. He came in town for meetings before they traded for Geno Smith. He was involved in scouting players for the draft. He's coming to practices. He's meeting with the staff. He's meeting with the players. He had Geno Smith to the crib in Florida this offseason. So, wearing a headset during a game, that's pretty light.
All right, let's go there. Geno Smith, a bad night all the way around.
Yeah.
3 interceptions, throws the ball out of bounds on a 4th down play, which I just can't
that
get
hurt
over.
You, huh?
It just hurt me as a guy who's covered the league since 1987. But anyway, what was their thinking in the Geno Smith? Is this just because Pete Carroll was comfortable with him, or did they really believe he's going to stabilize the quarterback position? Where are they on Geno?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was that familiarity with Pete Carroll, but also it was a sense of desperation with him at that quarterback position. Really, since they made the decision to move on from Derek Carr a couple years ago, it's been a revolving door for that franchise. They brought in Jimmy Garoppolo, then you had Aiden O'Connell taking over, then Gardner Minshew, then back to Aiden O'Connell, and none of those answers were answers, and so they came into this offseason knowing that they needed to make an upgrade at quarterback. This wasn't an exceptional quarterback class. We saw that to be made very obvious by, basically none of them getting drafted high outside of Cam Moore with the Titans. And so the Raiders, they weren't in a position to go get somebody like Cam Moore, and they didn't feel strongly about the rest of the class. And at that point, it's like, all right, we're going to roll into the season with.
Uh-oh. The phone just died. 877-99 on Fox. You guys could get ready for trash talk, and we'll hope to get Tashan back.
Mm-hmm.
Tashan Reed with the Washington Post. Hopefully we'll be able to get him. That was weird. Was that all the phones that just kind of died, right?
It died,
seemed like it. Okay.
He's back. Tashan, you back?
Yep. You there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a last thing here. And now your new beat is the Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels. What's the update on him and his injury?
Well, it's something that seems to be pretty minor. It's more so they're being precautionary with him, and they're not going to force it when it comes to him practicing this week. We'll see if he's able to get out there tomorrow or sometime by the end of the week, Friday. If he ultimately, it's just they feel like it's a risk to play him. They won't let him go out there, but it's not something that they're worried about becoming some major significant injury. They just want to make sure that it doesn't become that. And so if ultimately he's not ready to go physically by Sunday, they have to hold him out for a week just to make sure they'll do that. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's out there and playing against the Raiders either.
And here's the other thing, too. The sophomore jinx,
talked about it.
Like we talk about it all the time. It's not just for him. A lot of quarterbacks go through it. People had C.J. Stroud and the Texans going to the Super Bowl his second year, and it didn't work out. There's an adjustment period that has to come along here, isn't it?
Yeah, not a team in general, not just Jaden. Everybody knows what to expect with the Commanders. You're not catching anybody by surprise this year. Everybody has film on you.
Yep.
And Cliff Kingsbury, as offensive coordinator, we've seen him have some hot starts before and then get a little bit stagnant. And so the book is out on you now. So how do you react?
Yes.
And I think that's what we have to see from them moving forward. It's been a shaky first couple of weeks. Like, even though they beat the Giants in week 1, like, it wasn't the most impressive performance.
Right.
And then obviously last week they got shut down against the Packers on the road. And so they're sort of having to reprove themselves again and show that, what they did last year wasn't a fluke and they can build off of it. And so we'll see. They've been hit by the injury bug early on here, not just Jaden Daniels, but Austin Eckler and Dietrich Wise over on the defensive side of the ball. And this is an older team, a thinner team, and so the margin for error isn't very large, from that aspect either. So we're going to see. Expectations are sky high for them now. I mean, it's the first time you can say that about the Commanders in quite some time, and so we'll see if they're able to meet them.
Tashan Reed, my man,
Good
thank
stuff,
you.
man.
Yes, congratulations again on your new gig at the Washington Post. Thanks for your insight. We appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Yes,
All right, no doubt. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And this is your time to shine. It's trash talking. If you want to get in, you got 30 or 40 seconds to trash anyone, anything in the world of sports, including Kelvin Washington. You could do that as well. So we'll get ready for that. And we're ready. Be ready. Come strong and hard to the microphone. It is The Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
In case you forgot the number in the US of A.
Hey, it's Trash Talking Tuesday on The Odd Couple. Get those cans to the curb.
What are you, garbage man?
Call us right now at 877-99 on Fox.
This is just the latest in a long line of Joe Burrow injuries going back to college. Here's a quick rundown for you guys.
We don't have all day. What do you think? This is the internet?
Just real quick. Broken bone in his throwing hand at Ohio State in 2017. Torn rib cartilage at LSU in 2020. Torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus with the Bengals in 2020. Dislocated pinky in 2021. Ruptured appendix 2022. Calf strain 2023. Torn wrist ligament 2023. And now turf toe 2025. It's not looking good for Burrow and the Bengals.
I'll tell you this. Injuries and all, I'm with Joe Burrow. I'm taking Joe Burrow any time of the day. It's like the Kawhi Leonard. Like, there's players I'm willing to deal with the injuries and all that. And Joe Burrow showed himself really quickly. First year he got hurt, only played what did he play, Rob G? 6 or 8 games, right? Year 1. And then the next year came back and took them to the Super Bowl. The Bengals have been trying to go to the Super Bowl since Moby Dick was a guppy. They had lost 7 straight playoff games, could never take that next step. He gets there, shows up, and they're in the Super Bowl. They beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, guess where? In Kansas City. He actually won 2 and almost won the 3rd game. Remember they were calling it Burrowhead, right? Because he owned the Chiefs down there. It was incredible. He's that kind of player. So, I mean, it's easy for people to say, oh, well, I don't know. It should have taken him. He's always banged up, always hurt. I get it. There are some players, though, who are worth it. He's worth the juice. Kawhi's worth the juice. Same thing. I said this with Kawhi. All he got to do is win one. If he can get the Clippers there just one time. Joe Burrow, one time. Nobody's expecting the Bengals to be some dynasty or win 4 Super Bowl. None of that. You'll gladly take it. Just like the Texas Rangers won that World Series, they're good for the next 10, 12, 15 years. Am I right?
No, we tried it. No, don't worry about it. We won one. No,
we
don't worry about that.
won. There are plenty of teams that haven't won that would die to be in their position, is what I'm trying to tell you. But these are uniquely talented players. And for whatever reason, they can't stay healthy. It's mind-boggling. Because he really is. He's really a fantastic difference maker as a quarterback.
Listen, he had one of the best college years I've ever seen. Me and Rob G were talking about that. You were on vacation, and that's one of the best college seasons. If you said from a quarterback, I get you. Cam Newton sitting right there as well, could potentially have one. Some incredible football was played by Joe Burrow, and to your credit, he has been great when he's been healthy. The concern, obviously, is his health. Going back to college, he's always got something nicked up, banged up. But the difference between he and Kawhi it's just the length of the season, too. Kawhi, I need you to stay healthy all through the season and during the postseason. It's a longer season. It's a longer go. That's why I would be more apprehensive with him, and it seems to be more chronic with Kawhi.
But Kawhi's the difference between the two.
Ain't no denying what Kawhi is.
Kawhi's
That's why the story of describing Kawhi is gonna be so hard because people might go, "Well, I'm looking at his career. I mean, he's good."
I don't think it's gonna be. What's gonna be hard about it?
Because if you're
seriously,
I'm answering. I'm really answering.
Yeah.
If Kawhi was healthy, let's say nobody's perfectly healthy. Let's say he was healthy 75, 85% of his career. Well, you would be like, oh, he might be a top 10, 12 player of all time. He's that good when he's healthy. But because he wasn't and because he will miss out, you kind of then you don't know where to rank him, he kind of had to be there to see him. Kyrie Irving, another guy. You're like, you kind of had to be there to know, because if I just look at his career, you'll be like, oh, it was good. But so that's what I mean. Healthy Kawhi.
See, the reason why I don't think so, I think he's like a Hall of Fame. He's won 2 championships. He's won finals MVPs. You know what I mean? Like, his accolades are already there. And it's just it's incredible what he's been able to accomplish with so much missed time. And I think he could have been an all-time great.
That's what I'm saying. He could have been a top 10 guy.
But he's a great but he's great. You know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. This makes it weird because I'm like, somebody could say, man, how was Daddy? How was Kawhi? And you could be like, he was one of in my lifetime, top 5, 6, 7 players I've ever seen. And if you saw it and you kind of get it, you'd be like, yeah, I can't lie. But bringing it back to Joe Burrow, a couple of things. The tough part for the Bengals is all of their existence is riding with Joe Burrow. And that's okay. They put it all on him.
It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes in for Kelvin Washington. It is our first anniversary together.
Yay.
The Odd Couple. Thank you, LeBron. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installations and more. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And you know what time it is.
Don't you ever talk about me! It's Trash Talking Tuesday.
It's your teeth, Reggie. I don't know whether to smile at you or kick a field goal, man.
All right, Kerry, here we go. We got them loaded up, loaded for bear. What we got?
You always kick the field goal, but right now we got Richard from Texas. You're on with the Odd Couple. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Hey, the reason I want to thrash the referees and then also Dak Prescott, because I didn't get to actually watch the end of the game, but it seems like every time the Cowboys get behind, Dak throws it up and then hopes for the referee to call a penalty. And I almost to the point where I think the whole game is rigged now. And it was just so disheartening to watch that game. I watched 2 games this weekend. I watched that game, and there were so many freaking penalties. And then I watched the Chiefs and the Eagles, and they just let them play ball. But I quit watching the Cowboys after that game yesterday. Thank you.
All right. So many people are always saying that the NFL's rigged or the script.
I
You
know.
see it on social media.
All the time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
877-99 on Fox.
All right, we got Mace from San Diego. Who you trashing, Mace?
ESPN CEO Jimmy Pitaro for giving a 3-year contract extension for that stupid show PTI, starring those two idiotic male Karens, Tanya Kornheiser and Michelle Wilbon. Despite major layoffs and bad ratings, PTI is exempt from getting canceled for some reason. PTI is absolute garbage with those two parasites that don't know crap about sports. PTI is the equivalent to that god-awful show The View on ABC. The only logical explanation for this contract extension is those two imbeciles must have dirt on Jimmy Pitaro. Tanya Kornheiser and Michelle Wilbon are loud and obnoxious, wasting airtime talking about mundane sports topics that are inconsequential to the world of sports. Jimmy Pitaro is committing a federal crime by paying these two idiots for their incompetence. These two idiots should be cleaning toilets at McDonald's and probably would have a tough time getting hired as Walmart greeters. Y ellos tienen pitos chiquitos. The fact that longer makes me get out of bed. Do us all a favor, Jimmy, and cancel that terrible brain-damaging show, PTI, and force Tanya Kornheiser and Michelle Wilbon to do something that's more suitable to caliber, which in their case would be judges at the annual Pokemon tournament.
My goodness gracious, Mace. I can't say anything. I got to let him go. Mike Wilbon is my guy.
I'm going to text Wilbon and be like, hey, Rob didn't stand up for you once.
He didn't say a word.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. We got
Tim from the ATL. Who you trashing, Tim?
Yo, what up, Rob? What up, Kerry? I'm trashing Brian Kelly, the coach of the LSU Tigers. That press conference was ridiculous. First of all, you're in the SEC where passions run high. I mean, they can't even show the Alabama-Auburn game in the old folks' home in Alabama anymore with old geezers throwing jars of teeth at each other. Second of all, dude, this is LSU, where Les Miles won a national championship, and the only thing he had to do was make sure his hat was bent right and the fishhook was on it. We're talking LSU, where Ed Ogeron, who talked like the assistant coach for the Water Boy, and Bobby Boucher won a national championship, and the only X's and O's he knew was how to sign his name when he had those big fat paychecks. Come on, man. This is LSU, where a 10-win season would have the local nuns in the parish turning over tables like Jesus in the Temple Mount. Dude, this is the SEC. You're not in Kansas anymore, Darcy. Deal with it.
All right.
Hey, why does Tim sound like Mace the rapper?
No, there you go. Chili Tim, 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
We got Fernando from Vegas. Who you trashing, Fernando?
I'm trashing Rob Parker. Hey,
Rob Parker.
Stay off the ladies of the WNBA. You know those All-Star T-shirts? How ironic. Your ex-wife wore the same thing, but it said, pay me. Oh, happy anniversary.
Sexist.
Wow.
Nice.
877-99 on Fox. That was pretty good.
Fernando came in hot. All right. We got Justice from New Mexico. Who you trashing, Justice?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
How you?
What's up, man?
Everything's gravy, baby. Hey, Rob, I love you, man.
Thank you, buddy.
I got a question for you, man. This is a baseball-related question regarding my beloved Braves, man. I'm tired of the way they play baseball nowadays. After winning the 2021 World Series, man, we've been on such a skid. And what do we need to do to get better, man? What's your thoughts, Rob? Tell me.
All right, we got to get to that. We'll get to that. I appreciate
it's
the
trash
call.
talk.
Thank you. It's trash talk.
This is question talk.
Yeah. We got one more to squeeze in.
We got one more.
Can we squeeze it in? Go ahead.
We good? We got Jay from Georgia. Who you trashing, Jay?
Yo, what's going on, Rob? What's going on, Kelvin? Hey, I know trash talk's supposed to be a good time, but I gotta speak my mind for a second about something that bothers me. So I want to trash out sports owners, the NFL owners, the MLB owners who've been posting Charlie Kirk before the games and all this stuff. But the same right-wing people, they were trashing Colin Kaepernick for his freedom of speech as well. So, like, you can't have it both ways. You remember this? Hey, stop kneeling on my field. Get politics out of sports. Rod Carey, y'all remember that?
Yeah.
So, now, to all you racist owners out here, hey, get politics out of sports. You see how that works? Like, stop posting the racist, the bigot. Like, nobody want to see that before a football game. Like, be for real. And that's all I wanted to say.
You know what? Hey, Jay, I can't argue with you, man. You said it very well.
Yeah.
It's either what are we doing here? Either
Right.
we're doing it or we're not doing it. That's it. It's funny. All right, it is the Odd Couple. My goodness, 2 hours in the books. Hour number 3 coming up. We got plenty to talk about. And We're going to talk about C.J. Stroud because that team is pretty bad, and they just offensively are bad. So it is the Odd Couple right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if it's trash talk.
It's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham!
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate your show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports, and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
The Seattle Mariners have won 9 games in a row, and they are winning tonight as Cal Raleigh has 2 homers, his 55th and 56th of the year, most ever by a switch hitter. He has the most home runs as a catcher in a season. End of 5, Mariners lead 9-1 at Kansas City. The M's are a half game over Houston in the AL West with just over a week and a half left in the regular season. Houston is winning its home game 1-0 against Texas in the bottom of the 3rd. Cardinals still shutting out the Reds 3-0 in the top of the 5th. Yankees lead 10-1 at Minnesota after 4, but the Blue Jays are winning 5-3 at Tampa Bay end of 4. 7th inning stretch at Boston. A's now ahead of the Red Sox 2-1. The Mets hit 4 early homers, now lead the Padres 8-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Vikings running back Aaron Jones with a bad hamstring was placed on injured reserve, so he'll miss at least 4 games. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3 on a Trash Talking Tuesday. I had a glizzy in my mouth.
Oh,
my
man.
goodness gracious.
Oh, man.
I almost choked. You got a tissue for me?
No glizzies, man. No glizzies.
Aaron Rodgers had some beautiful balls. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I'm talking about on Sunday 2 weeks ago. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man. Clear it up then, Rob.
Right.
Clear it up.
Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes, in for Kelvin Washington on our first anniversary, the 7th anniversary of the Odd Couple franchise. You know, like they did the movies, a franchise, right? Thank you. Absolutely. And if you missed any of today's show, make sure that you can catch it on the podcast. Just search Odd Couple. Wherever you get your podcast, Rob G is putting it together as we speak, and right after today's show, it'll be posted. Be sure to follow the podcast, rate it 5 stars. You could even provide a review. Again, just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast, and you'll find today's show and the best of version posted right at the end of this show. Also, for over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, where they come right to you. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And don't forget, coming up in about 27 minutes, J.R. Gamble from MLB Bro. He's the managing editor with a little foul or fair. We'll do that. So plenty more to do in this final hour on our first anniversary. But Rob G, C.J. Stroud, who people had. Oh yeah, wait a minute. We got a Alex has a trash.
I do.
And he's Are you trashing
somebody I've never heard of? Sitting to your
Elijah?
left. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I'm trashing him.
Uh-oh.
CJ can take a seat real quick if you don't mind.
Elijah, can you hear him? He's
Elijah had the audacity, the goal, the mitigated ability to stand in front of me and Rob G, look us in the face, and we said, Elijah, we know you're the streets, you're a man of the people. You sit in those big league ivory chair meetings with the Bobs, and you know the ins and outs, and we ask him questions, and he looks us in our face, Rob, and he literally says to us, yeah, I don't sit in those meetings with them anymore. I sit with y'all every day. I basically got demoted. I'm here every day. He said he's demoted and working with us. Rob, I'd say he got promoted.
Wow.
You want to sit with Bobs all day and sit and talk about nothing and shackle and shake stats sheets you don't even know? Elijah, I still haven't heard of you now.
Wow,
Elijah.
I'm upset.
Elijah said, I got demoted. I'm here every day.
Can you believe that?
I'm here every day with the outcome.
They put baby in the corner. That's where they put him. Elijah.
Wow. All right, there we go. Rob G,
I'm glad somebody said it.
Wow.
No, C.J. Stroud last night, another disappointing loss for Houston. Baker Mayfield, who overcame a lot over the last 3 years to go from being out of the league, like I thought, to being one of the best quarterbacks in football, had a game-winning touchdown drive in the final 2 minutes. He was great. They came back and win on the road in Houston. The big story, though, here is in the last 8 games, C.J. Stroud, who was everybody's favorite quarterback a couple years ago.
I mean, people had them going to the Super Bowl his second year.
Their offense has scored 20 points or less in 6 of their last 8 games. So they're really struggling. And after the game, Stroud told the Associated Press, quote, "Everybody's going to talk crazy and say we suck and we're this and that. But at the end of the day, we got to stay together, be honest, and have hard conversation. But I think right now we need more confidence as an offense, just confidently playing better together. I think that is the biggest thing."
Oh, that was a little breath.
I'm just going to say I think CJ is right. He and the Texans, they do suck. It's been bad. And I get it, injury. It's football. Injuries. You got to work through this kind of stuff, okay? But they were the cat's meow after his first year. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Like people were had them penciled into the Super Bowl.
Yes. After they brought on Stephon Diggs.
Right?
Did, yes.
Oh, yeah, and then they added Diggs, right? Oh, my God, how are you going to stop them?
Yes.
You couldn't stop him his first year.
Right.
And, again, we just talked about it with Jaden Daniels. Yes, they get tape on you. Things change.
Yes.
We didn't know what to expect. We see it in baseball time. And you know this, Kerry. You follow it.
Yep.
You come up to the major leagues. First thing they do is they want to make sure, can you hit the fastball? They're going to throw you fastballs and see if you can even hit that first.
Yes.
Okay, when you start to hit that, then they mix in the breaking stuff and the curveballs.
Of course.
And then you wind up going back to the minor leagues because you can't hit that consistently.
Yes.
And the same thing. In the beginning, Jaden Daniels, all these young guys come out on the scene and not sure what they do and they don't have enough tape to figure it all out.
Right.
Why do you think Bill Belichick and Spygate and trying to figure out signals and what people are doing, it makes a big difference if you know what's coming,
Yes.
okay? But it's been disappointing, C.J. Stroud and the Texans. They're off to an 0-2 start. And here we go. I don't know where this team is going.
Yeah.
Home, dinner, maybe a show, but it don't look like they're going to the playoffs.
Well, listen, Rob, this is the thing. Only thing I'm worried about with C.J. Stroud right now is him falling victim to the David Carr syndrome. And I say this in a way because David Carr came in highly touted. I mean, people thought he could play. He's accurate. He can make completions. Cool. He got sacked so many times that rookie year that he became gun shy. He became a guy that was in the pocket. He didn't trust his reads. He didn't trust his feet. He couldn't make the throws down the field anymore. With C.J. Stroud, he's becoming that guy on tape right now. He's so worried about the pass rush and his offensive line being terrible because they are right now. They can't block anybody. That he is not stepping in his throws, having the right mechanics. And so for me, just looking at C.J. Stroud, is he still that good quarterback or has that capability? Yes. But if he doesn't correct it right now or they get him an O-line that can actually protect him, he's heading down that path. And so the Texans, they got a good coach, and DeMeco Ryans my high school teammate, so I know he'll have those guys ready to play. But right now, I'm just worried about C.J. Stroud and him falling victim to the David Carr syndrome.
Well, let me give you some of these numbers, and they're not pretty. Stroud's numbers are down across the board since his Pro Bowl rookie season in 2023. You ready?
Yeah.
Passing yards per game have gone from 273 to 219 to 197. His passer rating has dropped from 100 to 87 to 85. And on the flip side, his sack percentage has jumped up from 7 to 8.9 to now 10.5. That's what you're talking about with the sacks.
Yes.
And I know that they had last year injuries and they were missing people.
Yes.
But you come here, here's a game. You needed to win that game yesterday, right?
Came out strong.
Right? You're at home. You want to be 1-1. You don't want to be in a hole. I think, is this Rob G 5 years in a row that they're 0-2?
No.
No?
No.
I saw something about them getting off to bad starts.
That's Cincinnati usually. Cincinnati's 0-2.
No, they started 2-0 last year.
Yeah, of course.
2-0. Okay. Okay.
They started out last year 5-1.
Yeah.
Everybody's feeling real great.
Was that the one that they lost?
They finished 10-7.
Wow.
Yeah.
But if you remember, who was it? Threw 5 interceptions against them from the Lions, right?
Who?
Golf. Threw 5 interceptions and beat them. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they lost 26-23 in that game.
They threw 5 and they won. The Lions won that game.
Yeah,
which is
insane.
Insane.
Look at Rob saying nice stuff about the Lions.
I know. You see that? I didn't know what we was talking about. I'm like, who?
I know who, right? What team are you talking about? No, but they did. I remember that game very, very vividly because you don't throw 5 interceptions and win a football game. It's just almost impossible.
Right.
But where they go? Where are they? Who are they? I noticed your teammate from high school.
Yeah, D'Amico,
head
coach. Yep.
No,
he's go ahead. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, but I'm just saying where are they? Because they don't seem to be the same as 2 years ago.
No, right now, if you're 0-2, you're bad. So you're right. But I'm saying I know if anybody can get this ship righted, D'Amico is that guy. And for C.J. Stroud, I'm just worried about him.
About them protecting him.
Because if he's protected, he can still make the throws. He's not a bad quarterback yet, and he does not suck yet, Rob.
The Texans suck.
Yeah, they
and he right away knew. He goes, oh, you're going to be
exactly.
The narrative about us is going to be. Yeah, there is a narrative. Yes. There is a narrative.
I mean, it's in the AFC South. They're not out of it. So you got to think about that as well.
Yeah, but how good are they? And I get that you can make the playoffs, but are you beating anybody good is my question to you.
Nah.
Yeah. They don't feel like that. And it wasn't that long ago where people were really hot.
That's true. Yeah.
And football is like that. Adjustments and growing pains and you get knocked down, you got to come back. It's not as easy as it looks. I don't care who it is.
That's the beautiful part about sports in general, Rob. Like, you have to get knocked down. You got to understand how hard it is to get to that pinnacle, that championship pedigree that everybody's trying to, I guess, reach for. It just doesn't happen overnight. And you have some guys that come in and have success right away, but it's not always going to be that way. And so for guys like C.J. Stroud, Jayden Daniels right now, like it's this is the time for them to actually talk about baseball, find their off-speed pitch, because you're not going to beat everybody with fastballs.
Yeah, and in the case of the Texans, I just look at them and that was par for the course last night. Like I just knew when the Bucs were driving, they're going to win this game. Yeah, I felt like they were going to win that game, and it was going to be another heartbreaking kind of situation for the Texans, who were the new hotness. I mean, they really were. I mean, the buzz about them and what they were doing with a young, new coach and new quarterback and all these other pieces, people are like, and then they go out and add Stephon Diggs.
Well, you know who that is now? You know what team that is right now?
What's that?
That's the Commanders that you're talking about right now. They overachieved in year one.
Oh, no doubt.
And this year, I've already told people to pump the brakes on this year already coming into the season, but the same thing you're saying right now. Like, when you look at I know I'm jumping to the Commanders here, but when you look at their roster, who on that roster scares you?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody.
But that's why that's such a bad loss for the Lions. Seriously, last year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you have home field.
Yep.
You go 15-2. You got a rookie quarterback. They were 9.5-point favorites coming into that game. That even with their secondary, their defense banged up.
Oh, they were done.
Vegas still gave them that because they thought they would be able to outscore.
They were still 9-point favorites.
9.5-point favorites. And that's what your defense banged up.
Exactly.
That tells you.
Yeah.
But they didn't know that Jared Goff, was going to have four turnovers.
You know what I mean? How you said it so casual. They didn't know that Jared Goff.
Or Jared Tennis. I always say he turned into Jared Tennis.
That's funny.
Why are you burying the lead right now, Rob? Because Kerry just had a major breakthrough at this moment.
You heard that? What I say? What happened?
What he did was you went full Rob Parker and you let us know across the national airwaves that Kerry don't like black quarterbacks either.
Oh, is that? He loves Lamar.
Rob loves Lamar. Kerry loves Lamar. Everybody else can go.
Whoa, time out.
He don't like Jayden Daniels.
No. I like C.J. Stroud.
He said C.J. Stroud is fine. He's just not playing well. He wouldn't say he sucks. He said he's not playing well.
Exactly.
He didn't even mention Jalen Hurts. So we're gonna bring that up.
You know I don't like Jalen Hurts.
See there, you see? Now we're going down the list.
See?
Both of y'all should be together.
That's got to be racist.
Oh,
hey,
my God.
At least Rob's honest. Yeah, I don't like black quarterbacks.
Rob G, I'm gonna go put on my dashiki and then I'll let you know.
Oh man.
All right. Hey, 877-99 on Fox. is our telephone number. And are you off the C.J. Stroud bandwagon in Houston? Like, are you off? You're not off.
Not it. No, I'm not.
I'm off. Matter of fact, I jumped off the bandwagon, broke both of my legs, and I'm still happy. 877-99 on Fox. We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes, in for Kelvin Washington on our first anniversary of the new Odd Couple right here. Thanks, LeBron, on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you like black quarterbacks in the US of A.
I can't believe y'all.
Another gutty performance by Baker Mayfield, who appears to have that junkyard dog in him, as opposed to the other kind of dog. And late in the game, down the stretch, Baker Mayfield, he looked like he was in aerobics class out there, huffing and puffing and bouncing around off defenders, sometimes getting stomped on by defenders, sweating it out like he's on a Stairmaster at a gym at 3 a.m, doing all that. And somehow, in some way, he drags Tampa across the finish line with the help of his friends. So what stands out about Baker Mayfield's late-game heroics for the Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay football team? So I continue to be missed. When Baker got to Tampa, I was like, well, this is good, but it's not going to last. And here we are. How many years has he been there? A couple years now, 3 years. He's still going. And so what stands out about Baker Mayfield is the fact he's like the NFL's Robert Downey Jr. Left for dead after Cleveland and that experience. He was so bad in Cleveland, Baker Mayfield's dad was used by Odell Beckham's dad, rather, was used by the kid to get messages out on social media so he could get away from Baker Mayfield. Odell Beckham wanted to get away from Baker Mayfield. He went to Carolina, garbage. Went to the Rams, had like a one-night stand with the Rams, and now he's found himself, and he's Iron Man in Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield's Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, and he's building a suit out of scraps in a cave somewhere, and it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well, and that's Baker Mayfield in a Buccaneer uniform at this particular point. It's supposed to be at this time, you'd say, based on what he did in Cleveland and Carolina, you'd say by this time Baker Mayfield should have been put on the cast of Dancing with the Stars and doing a bad podcast like every other hack jock does and washed up jock. But instead he's out there beating a team that was in the playoffs in the fourth quarter and making plays. And so I would say check the water supply is what I would say, because Ponce de Leon's fountain of youth there in Tampa. And remember, Tom Brady, when he went to Tampa, we thought he was toast. He was done in New England, and then suddenly he's chugging the avocado tequila and winning a Super Bowl in Tampa. And Baker's obviously, we know he's not Tom Brady. We know that. However, he has reinvented himself, and the reinvention vibe, very similar there, continues to be the you thought I was washed. He really rides that. You thought I was washed, and think again. You think again. It's been a total rebrand. It's like our caller in Vegas, Big Balls Bob, in this case, Big Balls Baker, getting it done there at the end of the game there. And so good for him. Good for him, right? Against the defense that was supposed to be pretty good. Was pretty good most of the second half of that game until the very end there. And Baker Mayfield like an NFL cockroach. And it's nuclear winter, doesn't matter. He's still out there crawling around. He does that, and you can't kill him, and shows up and he'll headbutt a lineman here and do all that and knock you out.
It is the Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes, in for Kelvin Washington. It's our first anniversary of the new Odd Couple. Thank you for being a part of it. Thanks, LeBron. Appreciate it. Be sure to check out the new YouTube channel. It's our very own YouTube channel, and you can watch us live on YouTube right now.
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Did I do that?
Did I do that? Do it! Come on, that's one of the all iconic lines on television.
It
right?
is. I don't think anybody doesn't know that that term.
It's
that
like
phrase.
the what you're talking about, Willis kind of thing.
Yep.
Too,
Yep.
Racist.
No, stop it. Yes, and we'll simulcast right now on YouTube. Just search Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't stop there. Hit the thumbs up icon and comment away. Yep, let us know which of us have the better takes. We already know that. And go out and check out our brand new channel on YouTube and watch us live right now. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Don't forget, coming up in about 6-7 minutes, Foul Affair with J.R. Gamble from MLBBro.com.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about C.J. Stroud and the Texans, and basically, are you in or out with C.J.? Are you off his bandwagon? He was very high. People were very high on him just a couple years ago, and things have seemed to change here. Let's go to Andre in Massachusetts. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, no, I'm not off the C.J. Stroud bandwagon. I have to give him another year, an opportunity to get it right, based on the fact that he's had some changes, right? They started last season with a dominant wide receiver core. Stephon Diggs, who's come over here to New England to be with the Patriots, was lighting the world on fire. Nico Collins with him. They had it all going. They had the wide receivers. They had it running back. It was trending in the right direction, and then the injuries hit. Okay, and the season was kind of Shanghai, not too different injuries, but to how the Bengals are feeling. So this is a different year for him. Now, listen, it hasn't been what it was to start, where he was it was gangbusters. But I want to give him the opportunity to finish the season and get his footing. I don't see it as that much different than a Baker Mayfield situation where he bounced around, he found his home in Tampa Bay, he hit his stride, and then it's been up from there. So I'm not saying that's going to be the case with C.J. Stroud, but I want to give him that benefit of the doubt to get back on his feet before I hit the panic button. So that's my take. Thanks for taking the call.
No question,
All right.
Andre.
Appreciate it. The only thing that kills me, and Rob G, you can jump in on this too, is when people look at, and everybody now is going to be Baker Mayfield. No, there are guys who bounce around where it doesn't work out in 3 spots and then they're out of the league or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody, just because you move around, and I'm not saying C.J. Stroud's going anywhere, that's a quarterback, but you get my point.
Yeah.
Is it doesn't automatically mean that if you wait some time or a couple years pass or whatever, that it's going to be righted or you're going to get back there.
Right.
I don't know, and I'm not saying that he's not going to be a good quarterback, but is he going to get back to his rookie year? Or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
Everything was right. Everything kind of worked. They didn't have tape on him, film on him yet. It was a surprise. It's like the Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
As good as he was last year, I didn't think this year he could repeat that.
No, you know I don't. No.
Right?
100%. No. And then there's the other thing. We talk about Baker Mayfield now because he's the hot one right now.
Right.
Like, he's doing really well in Tampa, but we could talk about. We just talked about a guy earlier, Geno Smith, who bounced around and found a second life. We saw Sam Darnold do the same thing. So it's not like you can't have that happen. But right now, C.J. Stroud has to just fine tune some things to get back on track.
Robert in Memphis, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Robert?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How are you?
What's up, Robert?
I am great. Thank you for asking, man. I love y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Even though I love y'all, I got to get on you, Kelvin. I got to get on you, man. This Trash Talking Tuesday. Let me get in real quick, man. All right, I'm from Memphis. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I ain't got no ties to the New York Giants. But I'm probably going to call every week until you stop saying Eli Manning is not a Hall of Famer. That man finished in the top 10 of passing and the top 10 of touchdowns with 2 Super Bowls over one undefeated team and the other one against the same team which had the same GOAT on it. There ain't no way you win 2 Super Bowls, finish top 10 in passing and touchdowns and ain't in the Hall of Fame, or not Hall of Fame worthy, I should say.
Right.
Come on, Kelvin. I love you, man, but you got to cut that out. All right, that's all.
All right, I'll pass that message along to Kelvin when he's back tomorrow. Because Kerry's not buying.
I was like, what I do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
You sound like Kelvin.
Kerry likes Eli Manning. He's the right shade.
That is so terrible.
I want to know how I got grouped in this, Rob.
Because you hanging out with Rob Parker.
That's what it is.
You love Lamar Jackson.
Uh-huh.
And you immediately bash Jaden Daniels.
He's just being honest.
And then I didn't even get Patrick Mahomes ain't been good for 3 seasons.
I didn't say that.
You did say that. No, Rob said it, and you let it happen.
No,
Therefore,
okay.
you said it.
I let it happen.
That is me. I have said it.
Yeah,
but I was a hater.
Yeah, 3 years in a row. That's pushing it, Rob.
Just the last 2, and then this year so far. The last 2 were not. And I've told you this before.
Yeah.
This is not me. This is just, if I said to you, in this league, which is a quarterback league, correct?
League, yes.
Okay. That you could go 15-2, 15-1 in games you started.
Uh-huh. And I know what you're going to say.
And not get one MVP vote.
I knew you were going to say that.
Not one. He didn't lose or whatever was in him.
Sure.
Right?
Right.
He didn't get one.
No, I know. No, he wasn't. No, I'm with you on last year.
But
people, you said 3.
No, 2 years, okay. The last 2. And then this year, we got 2 games. They're 0-2. I'm going to say 2+.
I mean, his offense ain't good at all. No. So this year, I'm not saying anything until I see what happens. But last year.
Shouldn't Travis Kelce retire?
Yes.
He should quit.
Yes.
I mean, it's obvious I don't know if he's not there. And once players start talking about retirement anyway, you're retired.
Yeah, he's done.
Right?
He has no explosiveness left. And all he's doing right now is just he's being in the way and being a distraction.
Right. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, coming up, J.R. Gamble from MLBBro.com with a little foul fell. But first, Steve DeSega will get you caught up.
Let's start with the NFL news. As Vikings running back Aaron Jones with his bad hamstring was placed on injured reserve, so he'll miss at least 4 games. Minnesota signed quarterback Desmond Ridder with J.J. McCarthy out 2 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain. The Bengals placed quarterback Joe Burrow on IR. He'll have toe surgery, could miss at least 3 months. Jake Browning will now start. Brett Rippon was elevated from the practice squad. Packers wide receiver Jaden Reed had surgery on his broken clavicle and a broken foot. He could return in November. Texans wide receivers Braxton Berrios and Christian Kirk each due to return from hamstring injuries this week. Steelers linebacker Alex Highsmith is out with a high ankle sprain. Paige Beckers was named WNBA Rookie of the Year. In the WNBA playoffs, currently staying alive, Indiana up 71-47 over Atlanta in the 4th. Las Vegas has won 17 in a row, about to start at Seattle. Busy night in Major League Baseball, and the season ends a week from Sunday. The Cubs have won 4-1 at Pittsburgh. Pirates have lost 10 of 11. Cal Raleigh with 2 homers for Seattle. He's up to 56 this year, most ever by a switch hitter. Mariners lead 10-1 at Kansas City in the bottom of the 6th. For Seattle, this would be their 10th straight win. The Mariners are currently first in the AL West, half game over Houston. Houston at home is winning 6-0 over Texas in the 5th inning. Cardinals still shutting out the Reds 3-0 bottom of the 6th. San Francisco at Arizona about to start. The late game in a half an hour. The Dodgers hosting a Philadelphia team that just clinched the NL East title last night. In the AL East, the Blue Jays are the first place team. They're 5 games up on the Yankees, 6 over Boston. Blue Jays are winning again, 6-3, bottom of the 6th at Tampa Bay. Yankees up 10-4 at Minnesota in the top of the 6th. And Boston's losing at home, bottom of the 9th. It's A's 2, Red Sox 1. The Mets are 4 early home runs. New York still leads the Padres 8-3 in the top of the 8th inning. Brewers winning 5-1 over the Angels in the bottom of the 6th. And the Tigers have homered in the 9th to tie it. It's now top of the 10th. Cleveland 3, Tigers 3. Back to you.
All right. Thank you very much. It is the Odd Couple. And remember, achy knees, stiff back, joints not cooperating. Some days your body's like just saying to you, nope, no way, no how. And on those days, luckily, there's Aleve. Just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Use as directed. All right. Now it's time for Foul or Fair with J.R. Gamble.
That ball is. It was has a big week in the big leagues.
Who's up? Who's up?
I don't believe it! My, oh my!
Is it foul or is it fair? And now, from MLBBro.com, here's J.R. Gamble.
That's right. It is Foul or Fair here on The Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio. Segment where we go around the diamond and discuss all the biggest headlines in Major League Baseball. In order to do so properly, we had to bring in a real baseball expert, a guy who lives and breathes baseball, a guy who one time met Ken Griffey Jr. and he said, "What's up?" None other than my man J.R. Gamble.
He called me to go.
What's up, JR? How are you? Say hi to Kerry Rhodes.
What's up, Kerry Rhodes? This is my second time doing this segment with the great Kerry Rhodes.
Yes,
so
sir.
Glad to be back. What's up, Rob?
What up? What up? Let's go.
JR might not feel that way once he finds out Kerry don't like black quarterbacks.
Hey, man, that's enough. Hey, Rob G, cut it.
All right, no, I got 3 baseball questions here. And again, JR's the star of the segment. We get the first crack at every single one, so let's get to it. JR, over the weekend, Dodgers manager Dave Roberts raised some eyebrows when he said that they view Shohei Ohtani as a starter in their playoff rotation. Now, Ohtani's only completed 5 innings one time so far this season, and his ERA is a robust 3.75. So, JR, here's the question.
Whoa.
Foul or fair to say the Dodgers will be making a mistake by making Ohtani a postseason starter?
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
I mean, Shohei is the big bopper with the big bucks, right? He's paid $800 million to be a two-way player, not just a hitter. They've been working him back after 2 years of not pitching, slowly stretching him out, making sure he can handle it. There's no mistakes when you ride with a guy that everyone's calling possibly the greatest to ever do it. That's what I'm hearing. And, come on, Rob, a 3.75 ERA isn't that robust in today's game, and he's capable of shutting down teams. So I'm not too sure he would even be pitching past that 5-inning mark anyway. So all day, Shohei, make this his shining moment. That's what baseball wants anyway.
I say it's fair.
It's a fair ball.
Wow.
I do, yes. I say it's fair. They did win a World Series last year without him. I just want to remind people.
Yep.
And this year, he really felt like that pitcher who's going to win you something in the postseason. Like I just don't feel like that's the situation. I'm not saying you can't use him or use him in a situational or whatever. I'm not so sure because he really hasn't been stretched out. And a couple times, 5 innings is nothing, and he's only done it one time all year.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ready. Where are you?
I'm gonna say foul as well.
That is a foul ball.
I mean, just look at it from this perspective. He is the guy that they paid to come in and be that two-way star.
That
right?
$700 million matters.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're going to exhaust that, but also the Dodgers need pitchers. They've been injured. The rotation isn't healthy. They're starting to get there now, but they're not ready. And when you talk about pitching in the postseason, you can have short outings where it's your top 2-3 starters have already pitched, and you need a guy to come in for that fourth guy. So, of course, he can come in the spot and pitch and be a starter in the postseason.
Okay.
Yeah.
YouTube chat so impressed. They're calling him Kerry Bonds.
Kerry
Love
Bonds.
to see it. All right, here we go. Question number 2. JR entering Tuesday. Cody Bellinger, Rob's favorite Yankee, is batting .274, 28 dingers, 93 RBI while playing some Gold Glove level defense. As a result, CBS Sports MLB writer, friend of the show, Julie McWilliams, has called Bellinger the Yankees' second best player already.
Wow.
Simple question. JR, foul or fair to say Bellinger has already leapfrogged Giancarlo Stanton and Jazz Chisholm as the Bronx Bombers' second best player?
This is a loaded question, but foul.
That is a foul ball.
I don't want to go against my man Julian McWilliams, much respect, but look, Bellinger's always been a very, very good player and a beast of a hitter. Let's be honest. He had a few down seasons, but we know his explosive potential since his rookie year, and he's fit right in with the Yankees. I'll say he's one of their underrated players. Not sure if he's the second best player, but maybe the second most consistent, because to me, Jazz and Judge have been the two best players this season. But winning the World Series, which is the Yankees' objective, you're going to need players like that. And nobody ever won anything for being the second best player on the team that didn't win anything. So I think Bellinger would rather have that ring than that second place billing, but he's up there and they won't win anything without him.
Right.
I'm going to say foul.
That is a foul ball.
As well as Bellinger has played, Jazz has had a 30-30 season for the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
And Stanton going into the postseason is the king of big-time home runs and big-time moments in the postseason. So if you're telling me going into the postseason and who's the second most important player and the best player, I'm sorry, I'm going with Giancarlo Stanton and what his home run bat and big home run, not just cheapies.
Oh, no.
And when they don't matter, he is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, JR. What you got? You're saying something?
No, go ahead, Karen.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go foul as well.
That is a foul ball.
I think Bellinger has been great. I think he's come on and exceeded all the expectations that I had for him coming into this year. So I'm going to give him credit. But also, you're not leapfrogging Jazz or Stanton in this position right here. They've been solidified. They put a graphic up the other day where Jazz in his first 182 games with the Yankees, he was like 40-40 or something like that, where that's superstar status. And so
Jazz is first 162.
80,
right.
Yeah, 40-40. So the fact that that's a thing, and we know Stanton in the playoffs and how big he's been, he's not the second best player, but I don't think he would care about that either right now.
All right, foul or fair, J.R. Gamble sitting in with the odd couple. Last one. It's a tough day, guys. As you know, Robert Redford died today at the age of 89. But if you're a sports fan, you probably know him best from the 1984 baseball classic, The Natural.
I love
here
that
it is.
movie.
Real controversial take. J.R., foul or fair to say that Redford's The Natural is the greatest baseball movie of all time?
Ooh.
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
Foul.
I mean, I love the movie, but I'm not sure how many kids of this generation have even seen it or would understand its greatness. But naturally, any hardcore baseball fan and historian is going to love The Natural, which goes back to a time when, in my opinion, baseball was truly America's pastime. But, the intrigue and mystery surrounding legendary player Roy Hobbs, I mean, I still want to know who shot him. Was it the mystery woman?
Don't give it away.
Exactly. A few others I would personally mention, fellas, is Field of Dreams, of course.
I got that, yep.
Rest in peace, James Earl Jones. Speaking of Kevin Costner, Bull Durham's a classic. Every Bad News Bears movie was awesome. Rob still watches them at 3 a.m. eating yogurt in his boxers. And the Major League movies were too memorable and too funny.
No doubt. I'm going to say foul as well.
That is a foul ball.
And you left out 42, which I loved, right?
42.
Yep. 42. Yep. And there's another movie nobody talks about, Bang the Drum Slowly. There's a baseball movie. And it's about a pitcher who takes on this catcher to be his private catcher who's dying of a disease.
Oh, wow.
And he lets him become the catcher so that they don't get rid of him. His private catcher. It's a great story. Bang the Drum Slowly. But there's a lot of great baseball movies, and you even mentioned it. Field of Dreams. How is Field of Dreams not going to be ahead of the Natural?
Yeah, I'm going to say foul as well. And just for everything you guys said already here, I mean, Major League, Field of Dreams, Bad News Bears.
Yeah, the first Bad News Bears I loved.
Yeah, that was Billy Bob Thornton, right? Yeah, I mean, those movies are great.
Walter Matthau.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
Classics.
All right.
I just get chills talking about it.
All right, JR.
It's October, baby. October baseball.
No doubt.
Thank you, fellas.
I can't believe
question,
it. The
JR.
season's almost over. My goodness. Like about 10 days or so.
Crazy.
Now.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That's JR Gamble from MLBBro.com. All right. It's last call time here on the Odd Couple, 877-99 on Fox. If you weren't able to get in, you can now get in for last call and chime in on anything you like. It is the Odd Couple on a Trash Talking Tuesday. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you want to slap ass in the USA.
Wow.
That's right. It's a tough scene in Kansas City, starting off 0-2 for the first time in the Mahomes era. They've lost 3 straight games for the first time in the Mahomes era. And here's the other issue. The Chiefs, again, first time starting 0-2 since 2014. As a franchise, not just Andy Reid, not just Patrick Mahomes, not just Travis Kelce, they have missed the postseason each of the last 6 times they've started the season 0-2. And if that wasn't bad enough, across the NFL, teams that start out 0-2 only make the playoffs 12% of the time.
Kelvin, I got news for you.
What's that?
The percentages could say 12%.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying 0%. The Chiefs will not, N-O-T, make the playoffs. I have been talking about them for 2 years now. And the lucky rabbit's foot. Well, I've been chronicling this, all the demise of what's going on and Patrick Mahomes and the numbers. I made the mistake last year and said that Patrick Mahomes had turned into Daniel Jones. I'm wrong. He's worse than Daniel Jones. Are you kidding me? Have you seen the numbers for Patrick Mahomes? Not good. Not even not good. How about terrible? How about awful? I'll give you the numbers. Passer rating, 82. 26th in the National Football League. Not even completing 60% of his passes. 58.8. 28th in the NFL. Yards per pass, 21st at 6.5. Dink and dunk, dink and dunk. Enough. Dinking is good and dunking with donuts, but not football so much.
Did you say Shaq can dunk, but you don't want to be dunking?
Yards per game, 222.5. 7 tied for 17th, and 2 touchdowns, 1 pick in 2 games so far. So the numbers are not good. Travis Kelce's retired, and on any other day, he might as well retire because once he started talking about it, you're basically retired as a player, and you saw the bad play, and it turned into an interception, but he's just a non-factor. I mean, it's unbelievable how much of a non-factor he is. You could talk about waiting for receivers to come back and keep hoping and wishing, and before it was Patrick Mahomes, they have the most drops, and they had this, and they had that. That people have kept making excuses instead of looking at what the numbers are. And the numbers aren't good. I'm not surprised. I'm really not. But it finally caught up to him. All that good luck. I told you last year, they weren't going to win a Super Bowl. They were way too lucky. Teams would blow up and make bad plays to help them win. The kicker would hit the upright or miss an easy field goal or whatever it was. It was all these things that happened. And now here they are 2 games in. And the games that they normally win, no matter what, they haven't been able to win. So I'm not surprised. I know the math math says 12% of teams that start 0-2 don't make the playoffs. Right? I'm saying just 0. I just do not see them making the playoffs. And I know there's 15 games to go and a lot of football to play. I'm looking at this team, and I don't see it.
This is where I don't understand you sometimes. I love you like a play cousin, but I don't get it. They're 0-2, and each game, especially yesterday, they lose by 3 to the reigning champs. And you just mentioned, Travis Kelce catches that touchdown pass. It's a different game. He does it. Now,
we can do that all day.
I'm with you.
Okay,
I'll let you talk.
All right, that mindset we can do all day.
When we can. So let me do it. So Travis Kelce catches that touchdown. We might be having a completely different conversation. And similar to the Chargers, they're right in that thing a drive away from winning it. So they got to win those games, and they have historically the last year or two won those games.
It is the Odd Couple, winding down our first anniversary of the new Odd Couple.
First anniversary.
I know,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Rob Parker, Kerry Rhodes, in for Kelvin Washington. He'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And thank you. It is the Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio. Do your summer plans include a new job? Want to work with an expert in your local job market to find the new role? That's right, the right role just for you. Just call your local Express employment professionals. Go to expresspros.com, and Express never charges job seekers a fee, which is something good to know. All right, you know what time it is, Kerry? It is last call time here on the Odd Couple. My goodness gracious, my lungs. Mike in Tempe, you are the last call here on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Hey, congratulations, Rob, Kelvin, on 1 year.
Thank you.
I miss Chris, but we're not talking about basketball, so you can't forget 8 men out. Come on.
8 men out. Yep.
Yes. And then you got to give League of Their Own some justice. Tom Hanks, Gina Davis, come on, Madonna. And
there's no crying in baseball, right?
There is no crying. Use that lump 2 feet above your...
Do you know what movie I'm talking about, though, Mike? Bang the Drums Slowly. Do you know that movie, or you do not know it?
I do not know it. I'm old enough, but I
You
do
know
not
who's in that? Robert De Niro, I think is.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
I've never heard
This
this
is a movie
either,
from
Rob.
it's a movie from the 70s. I'm going to look it up real quick. Because you need to check it out. I'm sure it's an underrated. It's a set a baseball movie. But it was one that I watched as a kid, and it just stuck with me. That's like the Brian Piccolo story, like that.
Yeah.
It's that kind of a thing. Hey, Mike, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm almost positive. Bang the Drum Slowly. I think it's Robert De Niro. Rob G, you never saw that, right? It's a 70s movie. 1973. Yeah.
Who's in it?
And
you said De Niro? Who
I
else?
want to say, Robert De Niro, Michael Moriarty, and Robert De Niro is the catcher. He's the ill catcher.
Oh, wow.
And he saves his career. So it's Robert De Niro, Michael Moriarty, and Vincent Gardenia.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the three.
Oh, Vincent. Yeah.
Yep, 1973 is based off of a novel by Mark Harris in 1956.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Bang the Drum.
Bang the Drum.
Slowly.
I got a quick question. We only got
Yes.
2 minutes here.
We only
just
got a
talked
couple
about
minutes
baseball
left.
movies. Which sport do you think lends itself to the best cinematic experience?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Because I've always thought it's been boxing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think basketball plays well in movies. I don't think historically.
Because even that movie
Basketball
was
football is
Because
bad.
the
you're
movie
right,
is too
basketball-
fast. It doesn't really look that great.
The Fish Who Saved Pittsburgh, right? That was okay.
Yeah.
There aren't that many. You're right about that. Football, there's some good, decent ones.
I mean, they just don't look.
They don't look authentic.
They don't look authentic. It looks like a dance. It looks like a script. It doesn't.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So I know what you mean.
boxing, I agree with you because it's mano y mano and the camera shots
and it's
angles
right
you can
inside.
get.
Yeah.
That last Creed, the stuff that they were doing with the newts, like that, that visual experience where you kind of like first person was pretty cool. It looked pretty good. Yeah.
I just think it's important that you're able to do something that I guess slower is the word. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's like basketball's too up-tempo, football's too violent for it to really show well in a movie where they can create it in such a way where it looks good.
Yeah.
That's good. Like the program was good.
Yeah, but like in general.
I know what you mean.
But like with boxing and baseball, because there's pauses in the or because boxing is so up close with the viewing that you get a different kind of experience. I feel like those do better in film than some of the other sports.
I agree with you. Yeah.
And baseball does lend. There's so many nuances and camera angles and, even the natural where he hits the home run that breaks out the lights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's dramatic. Like there's some dramatic stuff that you can do in baseball? So that's a good question, Rob G. I like that.
Yeah, you also got to get 11 guys on the football field to do the right thing.
Exactly.
In the camera.
You can't even do it in an NFL team.
Exactly.
Right? To run
and then
right
you got
play.
this thing. There's other movies where a guy's throwing a football, but because he has to throw it to an extra who's like 6 feet from him, he can't really throw it, so he kind of stops here and it looks really bad.
It looks terrible.
Right?
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah.
Kerry, we always appreciate you when you come in and pinch hit and hit a grand slam.
Thank you, brother.
Because you're that kind of man. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks to everybody who works on this show. Really, you guys are the best. I mean, I've been doing radio for a long time. The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?